So last time we did a number of things. We of course got the gravity suit, as you can see there. We have grappling hook, we have gravity suit, we have power bombs, we have all kinds of cool shit. So we are. Oh, I think the last time literally the last thing we got was the magma beam, if I recall correctly. In fact, there it is, our extra lengthened. I don't want to say our extra lengthened red rocket because I don't want to give people the wrong impression, but you know what I mean. Magma beam is so awesome. I was about to say it's so cool, but it's actually not cool. It's very hot. It is quite the opposite of cold. So it's kind of fun too. It's not quite hit scan. Like there is a delay. Not delay. It's not the right word. Not a delay per se. But there is a trajectory time where it's to traject through the air. But it's still pretty instantaneous. So like yeah, when you like reflect off of the door, there's not much time in between. I always thought it looks really cool though. Anyway, so a few things. We just got the plasma beam, rather. I think I called it the magma beam. And there's several things that we can do with this beam. The several red door. Actually, not several. A few red doors we can open. And I don't believe any of those red doors are in Magmar. I think with the exception of this room right here, the workstation. Here, let's double check, but I'm pretty sure this workstation right here. Whoop. Let's freeze these real quick. There we go, yeah, freeze these bad boys up. So we can just walk unchallenged. There we go. So this area rot horror. Yeah, I can just melt these motherfuckers, can't I? Yeah, I can just instantly murder them, which is pretty sweet. Oh, look at them like spinning around. Yeah, they get all crispy. I guess I'd be feeling kind of crispy if I was getting melted by Samus like this. But anyway, this room right here has a number of things we still need. Well, things I still want. They're just bonus power-ups, but they'd be nice to have. One down that way, and then one down that way. So we'll need to come back here for those. But we need the last suit upgrade for that one. So instead, I think we need to do is get our short little booties over to Phendrana. Something in your fridge went off. Oh, that's no good. I'm sorry, man. Opening the door. Oh no, it was not good. Yeah. Oh, that's awful, Arctic. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sounds shitty. Yeah. So yeah, you're thinking so the fridge itself just went off, maybe, or like turned off, or or the temperature was not set correctly? Because yeah, that like if you opened the door and you were like, there is something seriously wrong. That is a huge bummer. So, like me, like right now, I've got like 3 series of leftovers that I am super excited. Like I'm really excited for them because I'm one of those nerds where I get excited about leftovers and shit. And like if my fridge were to shit out and I would have to throw them all out, I would be so sad. So it's like, oh, it's like you made a ton of soup. Ah, oh, that hurts, man. That hurts. What's up, Mr. Devil? Some flamethrower? Yeah. Oh well. Oh yes. Yeah. Freezing the flamethrower in the room we were just in. I thought you were talking about Arctic using a flamethrower to kill off whatever has festered inside of his fridge. I'm thinking of the Cowboy Bebop episode, of course. Let's see, should we take that Phendrana drifts? I guess we should. We'll take that one, and then I'll admit I actually don't quite know. I don't quite know where in Phendrana we need to go specifically. I think we'll just kind of explore around. But I think I think all the major. I was gonna say I think I know missed a few of them. I think all the major implementations of the magma door will be in Phendrana. I think there might be literally one anywhere in the Chozo ruins. Yeah. Oh yeah, and literally getting sick from it too. Yeah, exactly. On the diet you've been on, that's right. Yeah, so it's like your body's already like, I'm not feeling so great, homie. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, Arctic. What a crappy evening, dude. Of course, I hope you know I won't be offended if you have to hop off and get some rest, because that sounds exhausting. I feel exhausted for you. Just hearing how all that went down. That is a very shitty series of circumstances, my man. It's good to see you regardless, and you'll be happy to know, Arctic. Whoops, I just stopped right underneath that. Just take a dump on my face. Thank you very much. Yeah, you will be happy to know, Arctic, that I did go back and look through some of the footage from the Magicka stream that we all did with Dave on Saturday rather. That was such a fun time. The reason I'm here, by the way, is because I think there's a spider ball thing somewhere, or maybe it's a grappling hook thing. There's something up here I want to grab. And also want to melt this man's face. Yeah, you don't even have to wait for like the thing to charge up. You can just fuck him up by shooting his face. So, and I don't have like any cool flamethrower abilities yet. Hopefully we'll get one. I don't know if I would ever use it, but it'd be nice to have one. So he's dead. Could you give me some health? Because I lost a lot earlier. Yeah, a little baby health. I'll take it. Whoop, whoop. Here, double jump. Oh, except there's nowhere else to, like, jump. Let's see. This is where we got the spider ball, I think. We got a little bonus dilly bopper up there. Maybe I'm not supposed to double jump. Let's think about this. Maybe I'm not supposed to double jump initially. Maybe, like, I should save my double jump. Because I think you only get one. Whoop. Nope. Okay, not there either. Seems like I wonder if I'm supposed to inspire a third grappling friend to spawn. Is there something else I'm supposed to do in here? Let's scan around. Maybe there's something else I might have missed. Get something to eat somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Everything tastes awful. Yeah. I wouldn't be rushing necessarily, but yeah, like I can tell Arctic. Usually my strat when I'm in a situation, well, I haven't been in that particular situation, but if my stomach's not doing so hot and I'm like, well, I need to get something in me, the strat that I typically stick to is the advice from my mom, who would always say, if you're not feeling good and if you're feeling sick and you need to eat something, just go with whatever sounds good. Like, if something sounds good, then that means your body is, like, probably fine to handle it. So if the answer is nothing sounds good, then yeah, probably just chill. But yeah, if you're thinking, like, at some point you kind of get to thinking, like, such and such, like, seems like it would go down pretty alright, then it's probably a safe bet. Butter noodles, but no nudes, though. Right, yeah, because the keto stuff. Right, exactly, yeah. We'll see, yeah, no ice melting. Let's just try the grappling hook a few more times. Maybe there's more to it than I think that there is. Because, yeah, I think there's something up here. Actually, maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe there's nothing up there. Let's double check. Because I remember seeing these grappling hooks and getting excited. But, yeah, well, is something. There's a little morph ball dealy bopper. What if I just don't jump at all? Oh, there we go. Okay, so if you just get the perfect angle, you'll just slide right on in. And ladies know I'm great at just sliding on in. That's right. Yeah, nothing keto friendly, right? Yeah. I mean, it's up to you, Arctic, if you know how much you want to stick to it. I don't think anybody will hold it against you for breaking keto. Just this once. This once, yeah, toast or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you were saying, noodles, butter noodles. Yeah, some kind of chicken noodle soup. Those kinds of things are always good. Talent for expanding research, that is. Something my talent for expanded one time. You have to go through the whole week-long process. Oh, so that's why it's called keto. It's like a ketosis process. So, right, so cheating on it is really gonna, yeah, it can really mess you up, man. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, man. What a crappy time for something like that to happen, man. I'm sorry, dude. Like, there's never a good time to get sick, but there's certainly extra bad times, and this sounds like a really unfortunate one. Because, yeah, at that point, I guess if it's... Well, maybe talking about food isn't helpful, but yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, the kinds of things that would be valid on keto. Yeah, they're the kinds of things that wouldn't necessarily be, like, super great on the tummy. Like cleaning up the fridge regularly. I mean, I'm not one to, like, you know, kick someone with a dog, man. That shit just sucks, man. And we've all done it. We've all thought to ourselves, like, oh, those leftovers are good, right? Then we, like, open the fridge, we take a look, and we go, oh, that is definitely not good anymore. So it's happened to the best of us, my man. Yo, Sir Usaya, good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. We're playing some Metroid Prime with mouse and keyboard controls. We're reading about the research in Talent 4 right now from the Space Pirates. Or maybe it's from the Chozo. Stabilization of the Thardis Venture. Expand in animation research for native materials and such. But yeah, we're playing mouse and keyboard controls for Metroid Prime. It's so cool. Check this out. I got my little mousey. Like, of course, it's a wireless mouse. I can do this. Oh, it's so cool. It's so smooth. Buttery smooth. I love it. So nice. what is a cowboy beep boop? Yes, yeah, cowboy beep boop, which is actually, I think the Netflix adaptation is coming out fairly soon. I'm curious about it. I'm starting to hear less than savory things by those who have seen it though. So at this point, what I think I'm more excited about is that I haven't watched Metroid Bebop. Well, listen to me. I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop in many years. I like the actual full anime, and I would like to. So I think what I really want to do is I want to watch the whole series, like the actual animated series, and then watch the Netflix series and kind of see how they stack up. I'm sure I'll like the animated one more, but maybe there'll be things to appreciate. Should generally be avoided. Yeah, I would generally agree. I don't know of any live action reinterpretations that have been done well. There's probably something that's been done well, but yeah, I don't know of any that have survived, that have like ended up on the other side of production well, so to speak. But I'm doing well, seriously. I mentioned earlier I was actually off of work all of last week, which is really nice. The Extra Life Marathon was fun and very, very fruitful, which I was very happy about. So last week was like a recovery, just chilling week. Of course, I also streamed, but it was nice not having to worry about work. And now, of course, today it was a Monday and it was back to the grind, but still able to stream afterwards, which is good. The Taming of Thardus, by the way, that's the Thardus, I think, is another planet within the same system as Talon 4. It can be installed on Phazon Mine. Oh, never mind. Thardus is something else. Oh, Thardus, I think, was the boss we fought. That's right, yeah. Yeah, that was the, okay, so that's what that was. That golem that we fought. Yeah, that was Thardus. And so we retrieved him from another planet, I think, and installed Phazon upon him. I think that's what it was, yeah. So they like, souped him up with some Phazon juice. Anyway, let's get back to the previous room. There's a Castlevania one? Well, I mean, of course, Castlevania, my understanding is, yeah, I've heard that's really good. But yeah, that's not really an anime adaptation. That's more of a, just a, yeah, I guess like a video game story adaptation. I think, I see, yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, Netflix adaptation of anime specifically. So, yeah, like adapting some other media into some kind of like Netflix or some kind of streaming service, alternate media can be perilous, but you're right. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Castlevania. I've heard really good things about The Witcher. So there are good examples of like adaptations of other things, but yeah, it seems like anime is tricky to live actionify, and yeah, I would not disagree. For many years, it was extra difficult getting any kind of video game adaptations. Ooh, I got stuck for a second there. Any kind of video game adaptations of movies or TV shows. I mean, of course, a lot of us know that it was many years before we got anything that was like resembling passable as far as like video game media along the lines of movies and TV shows. And now we have Sonic movie. We got Detective Pikachu. Like, we're doing better. And The Witcher, of course, is apparently quite good. Castlevania, the Netflix series. So there are examples now that are actually kind of positive. Like the Doom movie. I actually have never seen it. I've heard the Doom movie is like all right. It's like an all right movie. And if you go into it not expecting much, you can have a fun time. That's how I've heard it described to me. Like, it's not going to be amazing. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's got some fun moments. That's what I've heard. It's terrible. I've heard that there's a couple of sequences that are like kind of neat. And The Rock is always like, he's a fan favorite for a lot of people. So I know there's that at least, but you know, that's about the extent of the nice things that a lot of people will say. Let's just explore around in Phendrana because I can't remember. There's a few areas that we saw previously. Whoops, wrong button. A few areas that we saw previously that had ice that need to be melted, but I can't remember where they were. Oh, here's one such area, so I'm glad we checked here. Also got the cool music, by the way. It's a decent movie on its own, at least, because I think I would imagine at least the criticism that a lot of people probably had was that they were expecting like a very doomy experience, and it's not very doomy. Like, it's very actiony and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson-y, but and a few doomy moments, but not much, as I understand it. Yeah, it's not a masterpiece, yeah. The Resident Evil movie, yeah, that's actually a very fair point, Arctic. I saw the first Resident Evil movie, and I thought it was alright. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, though, and I thought there were some parts of it that I thought were, like, pretty clever. It didn't feel that Resident Evil-y, if that makes sense. To me, at least. Like, to me, it was, like, zombie movie featuring Resident Evil style, like lore and that kind of stuff. Like they were there, but there wasn't a lot of it. So it seems like it was like a story inspired by Resident Evil is kind of how it feels in retrospect. But I still liked it though. I still enjoyed myself, and that's what matters. I'm gonna suck up the juice. I'm gonna suck up these things real quick so I can grab the whoa and then fall all the way to the bottom. I just wanted the ammo. Wanted the stuff. Yeah, for Resident Evil that is, yeah. Or oh, Dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Dune movie. Yeah, no, Doom movie, yeah. What's up, Averse Tripod, good to see you. Haven't played, Prime since, for a while at least. Let me think about this. When would I have last played Prime? Because it would have been when the game first launched in around 2002. How old would I have been in 2002? I think I would have been about 13 or 14 myself, Averse. So yeah, I would have been right there with you. This is my first time playing it all the way through since that time. And I'm playing with mouse and keyboard controls. It's obviously a non-standard control scheme, but it is fun. I mean, playing this game in any capacity is always a good time. And yeah, I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things because it's been a while since I played this. I did a 100% playthrough back when it first launched, back in 2002, and I've not played it since. So better late than never, I suppose. Also, to curse me, I might not know how to get back up top. Unless there's a way to jump up from here. Oh, here we go. This works. First Resident Evil movie was competent. Yeah, it was pretty alright. I liked it, but I mean, I guess some expectations were kind of low. That's the right way to do a game movie. That's probably fair too, because like, how can you fully recreate like the experience of a game in a movie sense? Maybe there are, you know, better interpretations of that kind of thing, but yeah, it's perilous to say the least. How would I get back up if I wanted to? I guess I would have to go down and around anyway, wouldn't I? I'm looking now. I think I have to go down, kind of follow that south route, which is fine because I think there's a few more ice paths or ice like things I want to melt down that way. So let's go for that instead. Interactive medium and removing the agency. Right, exactly. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And of course there are CGI only movies, quote unquote, like movies. I mean, to me it still counts, but like I think there's at least one Resident Evil movie that was like DVD only, of course. And it's pretty much just all CGI. Like it's pretty much just video game cutscenes, just all strung together. And I know some of that stuff can be, some people like it, some people don't, but I mean, that's another option, I suppose. 2002? That's your, oh really? Yeah, because I played this when it came out, Avers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2002, and then the Wii version came out in 2009. The Wii trilogy, rather. So, or at least I'm pretty sure, because those are the 2 year numbers that pop up in the copyright when this game launches. So I think that's how it goes. So yeah, so it's been a while since I've played it myself. Almost 20 years, which is pretty nutty. Almost 20 years. Okay, looks like you gotta hit him a couple. Hit him with the charge beam. That's probably the strat for these guys. It's getting them to open up is the tricky part. There you go. Getting them to open up because they don't like to show their emotions. Getting them to open up is where it's get tricky. Try to translate the vibe. Yeah, and I think Resident Evil the movie, the first one, did an okay job at that. But again, my expectations were pretty low, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if it might be better or worse than I remember it. And you feel like it didn't do so well because with Doom, well, I guess that's the thing. Doom, I guess, has like, it's known for a number of things, but I think Doom purists would tell you that like it probably did only like surface level Doomy things, which is better than nothing. But yeah, I would imagine, since I haven't seen it, obviously I can't really weigh out on this, but I would imagine that for a lot of people, the reason they don't like the Doom movie is because like, yeah, just kind of like surface level stylings of like what makes Doom, and turning that into movie form, it just kind of exacerbates the shortcomings. First film is like a side story. Yeah, which is fair too. A Jill sandwich? Yeah, we could always use more Jill sandwiches in our life, honestly. I found, well, what's that one line where he's like, I found this key, and I thought you, the master of unlocking things, would appreciate it, or something like that. I can't quite remember. Yeah, no demons. That's stuff I can forgive personally. Like, that's not a huge issue for me, at least. I'm just thinking more about like, sometimes when people think Doom, they just think action and demons and blood and chainsaws, and that's a part of it, but like I like to see it more philosophically, like from a game design perspective. I like to think of like being, at least like in the harder difficulties, playing the game, you don't have a lot of ammo, you've got to get from point A to point B without dying, you know, with relatively few resources. Whoa, I want to go that way. Relatively few resources. I think about like just some of the maybe not so much sci-fi and more like horror elements to the game. I guess maybe the movie like is more horror-y than I think it is, but it seems like it's more of an action movie. But again, since I haven't seen it, I really can't weigh in on it too much myself. What room do I want to get to? I think there's some areas over here. I guess I want to explore both of these. So I guess we'll go. Yes, either of these doors would work because they both lead to the same general place eventually. So yeah, we'll go this way. Since I didn't have the grappling hook last time we were here, I'm not sure how I would have done this. Oh, we just would have jumped up that way. The grappling hook is just a shortcut at that point. Let's go this way. Awesome. I'm taking my sweet time in this area because we got the cool Phendrana Drifts music part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I love this music. It's very good. Also, it's satisfying instantly blasting those assholes because those guys are very annoying to deal with. Getting the drop on those motherfuckers is always a good time. Looks like that was just the one. And I melt this down because areas like this look like it might be schmeltable, but I don't see anything off the top of my head, at least. I think in another room out here, there's going to be a missile pack hidden underneath one of those. Extended lore is the right way to do it, though. Yeah, I think I'd be inclined to agree. As a way to tell a story, like, tangentially relating to a video game, but maybe don't, like, attempt to recreate the story of a video game, because it's like you're almost setting yourself up for failure at that point. There we go. We know there's a grappling hook in there. So now... Can I, like, change directions while I'm swinging? Yeah, you can change directions. Ooh, just don't change it too much. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky. Whoa, there we go. Missiles. Some good shit. Books can do it too. Retelling the story. Yeah, but adding more stuff. Yeah, I had a couple friends who were really into the books. The Halo books back in the day. Of course, they were coming hot off the heels of the Halo games, which were incredibly popular. And the lore for the Halo games, I always thought was pretty darn good. I would say it's not like it's like the best part of the games necessarily, but like I always thought the Halo lore was interesting. So expanding that through books made sense, and still makes sense. So I think it's not like the books were good because Halo was good or because Halo was popular. I think I'm sure they probably stood well on their own. Since I haven't read them myself, I can't really say much to that effect, but so I can't go over that way. Oop. But yeah, I mean, that is something I've heard from multiple people. Yeah, the books are like surprisingly good and yeah, tell a pretty cool story and got a cool lot of like little bits of side lore, which is nice. Probably the least exciting of the books, you think? Some valid criticisms though. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there are. I remember I have a couple friends that liked him a lot, and the first couple, because there was one that came out, maybe it was the first one, and I think it told the story of Reach, and this was of course well before Halo Reach came out, or even was announced. So like, and that was interesting, like you hear about or read about the events leading up to the events in Halo 1, how Master Chief wound up on the Pillar of Autumn, that whole thing. So like that's cool, and like that was really exciting because you got some additional backstory and they liked it. So like that was neat. I think there's maybe one other that they talked highly of that was around the same time. I would not surprise me if some of the later books maybe were middling in quality. It wouldn't shock me, honestly. Video game movies don't do well because they don't really. Yeah, that's a fair point too. Because they understandably they want to make their money back on this investment, so they want to appeal to the mainstream. And unless the video game is a mainstream, like a crossover success, where's the other? Oh, it's down below. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and take that. Might as well. But yeah, unless the video game itself is a crossover success, then yeah, it might be hard to like what's the word I'm looking for, to negotiate, to reconcile the need to have a mainstream audience appreciate it and also like do some stuff for the hardcore fans, because yeah, doing both simultaneously is going to be tough. And sometimes, like, you know, they might give a project like that to maybe a director who doesn't have a lot of experience with that kind of medium, Like, ideally, it should be given to a director and a screenwriter, you know, somebody who has passion for the source material. Like, that'd be nice. Same with comic book movies. I feel like that's when graphic novel and comic book movies excel, is when they're given to people who, like, give a shit. I think that goes a long way. And, of course, it doesn't hurt if, like, the person is, like, halfway decent as a director. I can think of a certain what's his name, Uwe Boll director, who didn't he direct like some Postal movies and like a Blood Rain movie. In all fairness, I've never seen an Uwe Boll movie. I almost said meme. Oh, an Uwe Boll movie, but I understand that they do not have very positive what's the word, not very positive oh, am I going the wrong way? I might be going the wrong way. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, not exactly the best reputation, quality-wise, or just otherwise in general. But it is memorable. Wait, hold on. Now I'm getting myself confused. Which way did I get into this area? Because we came from, this is the Hunter Cave, Frost Cave. We would have come from the elevator, which have been over this way. Yeah, so I shouldn't be going back that way. So I should be, although I do want to get over there at some point. So we just explored that area, I think. Gravity chamber, yeah. So let's go this way over here. And then, because I don't know if I remember this one quite as well. So the Halo books spend 4 pages explaining, oh, how it works, and just never explain it. Yeah, that is weird, for sure. That is weird. I'm sure, like, for some of the mega nerds, that's, like, really exciting, but yeah, I could see that being like, how is this relevant? Can we just move this along? Fall of Reach is excellent. Yeah, that's the one that I've heard that, like, a lot of people really love. Reach, the Flood, that was the other one. Yeah, the Flood. I don't know as much about First Strike, but I remember the Flood was also, like, really hype with some friends that were into it. I mean, and again, granted, the friends of mine that were reading these books were really big Halo fans as well. So, you know, I might have been hearing it from slightly biased sources. You know, if you really like the source material and you're reading more about the source material, you might enjoy it, or you might enjoy it more regardless of the, you know, actual innate quality. But it seemed like at least the fans liked it, which is good enough for me. That's a good sign. Oh, hello, friends. And it's so fun just melting these motherfuckers. It's almost kind of brutal, just melting them alive like this, man. Except I keep missing my shots. There we go. It's okay, though. He fell in the water. The ice water. You really want the expansion of the... Yeah. The Poster movie, but it's objectively shit. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never seen an Uwe Boll movie, but I keep saying meme, but yeah. Never seen one, but I know they're an experience to behold. Wrecks every IP and every journalist's face he touches. Or like the Navy, yeah, naval aspects, yeah, that's a good point too. Like, just some of the surrounding lore about with the Marines, like just with that, like the military. Because yeah, like when you're playing the Halo games, you're just Master Chief and you're just kicking ass. You don't really see a lot of like the behind the scenes, like how the rest of the infrastructure works. Yeah, the Space Navy or Space Marine, yeah, whatever we want to call it, is, yeah, I guess Space Navy maybe is a better term for it. Like, the idea of having that expanded out does seem kind of nice. Especially if you're into, yeah, things like, you know, military kinds of things. Like, if you're, like, into that kind of thing, then, yeah, by all means, that's perfect. So I could see that very much being, like, a kind of a boon. I'm kind of surprised I made that jump. There's a grappling hook section thingamajig up there. So, yeah, I guess last time we were here, we wouldn't have had the grappling hook. It's meltable? No, it is not. So we have a few options. I have been up here, right? Oh, maybe I haven't, because there's a thingy that is worth explorificating. Gonna explorificate. Make a huge no, not really. Alex explorificates on stream, 18+. Every time I see these icy boys, these little frosty spots, I think, like, can I melt it? The answer so far has been no, but I wonder. Starting to wonder if one of these days I'm gonna find something. I know there's at least one energy tank. Oh, actually, no, we got the energy tank earlier, so never mind. I think there's only maybe 2 left in the game to find. So, like, these little floaty boys. They stop when you latch onto them, I like how they just kind of float around. They're considered a creature. They're not an enemy, though. They're completely harmless. Although, that being said, can I murder him? No. Okay, it's probably for the best. Ooh, one of these things. That's right. Power Beam expansion. Or not Power Beam, Power Bomb expansion. So we can drop more Power Berms. How many are we up to at this point? 6? That's pretty good. And some more lore. Speaking of video game lore. And that's actually one to consider too. What about Metroid? I understand that Metroid... some people have expressed interest in getting more Metroid lore and more, like some kind of Metroid either movie or animated series or something. I'd be down for more of it. Of course, if it was a movie, I'd be a little bit dubious. The last time somebody tried to tell an extremely narrative Metroid story, it didn't go so well. Looking at you, Other M. And that's not to say it can't be done well, but the one example of it being attempted was Rocky. So I would be willing to give it a fair shake. Thanks to the ride. Now, yeah, time for murder. That's correct. Also, mind duty, by the way. Duty. Or debriefing, they say. Phazon Vein Omicron. I thought I was reading German for a second. Phazon Vein Omicron. That's right. Highest yield. So that's got the good shit, according to the Space Pirates. 800 meters from the termination point. Phazon Vein. Okay, so that's the point where the meteor must have landed, where like the Phazon is the extra spiciest, the crunchiest Phazon with the best flavor. Alright, so we got that taken care of. A little side area right there, down there, which was nice. So let's go ahead and take, I think, the lower path. Yeah, I think I want the. Oh no, it'd actually be the upper path if I want to go the other direction. This one right here. Thump. Crunchy face, and that's right, Sir Seiya. The good shit. Also, can we appreciate how cool the morph ball looks? Because we of course have the gravity suits. We got the purple, kind of bluey purple vibe going on right now, which matches very well with the icy areas they're in right now with Phendrana drifts. That is, so it's to be appreciated. Charge up and blast that food. Apparently we sniped him with a silenced sniper rifle because that guy had no fucking clue that we just murdered his homeboy. That was pretty satisfying. Also, would you look at this? The water is just melted now. Oh, never mind. I thought it was melted. Because, yeah, that's the tricky thing. How do we get down there? I was thinking maybe there's something to melt. Just thinking maybe if I just look around and just shoot a bunch. We'll find something. Find like a weak spot. Or maybe I should be doing shard shots. Gotta be some way to get into that. How do I acquire you, missile pack? How do I acquire that which I seek? It almost looks like... kind of like there's an area below, but I can't quite tell. Let's look around the sides. Maybe there's like a side area that we have to break open or something. Mandalorian, you have good Samus? Yeah, I mean, maybe there's something to that. I've never actually seen the Mandalorian. The styling of the helmet... maybe, let me think about this. Which would have come first? I guess Boba Fett would have come first. So the styling of the Mandalorian helmet, or I guess of Samus' helmet, is kind of Mandalorian-esque in its stylings, but yeah, I mean, it's space bounty hunter with cool equipment and like cool like guns and shit like that. So yeah, I could there's enough there. Maybe my brain could just autocomplete it. I could just say Mandalorian is just Samus Space Adventures. Let's go up here because I don't think we've ever been to that side ever. Oh right, there's also this guy. Right, I forgot about that guy. Maybe once we missile that thing, it'll open something up. Whoa! That's okay. Tried a couple times. Lunar Waffles, Rimworld DLC, very nice. Yes, this is Rimworld DLC. Yeah, it's a first-person sci-fi bounty hunter adventure game version of Rimworld. Played on the GameCube and then ported to the Wii and then emulated on the PC. It's a little bit involved. Whoa, I should have timed that jump a little bit better. Yeah, just heavily modified Rimworld. We do know there's the mod for Rimworld that makes the game. How do I say it? It's like the game's already two-dimensional. What am I looking at? What am I trying to say? I guess like a 3D isometric styling of the game where the camera kind of like is angled downwards. or not angled downwards, but like angled like at a diagonal angle. You can zoom in really close, so it's like a 3D mod kind of sorta. I land on. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be on this side. That's why, because I'm having a hard time getting the grappling hook range to hit up, because it's actually a jump from that platform right there. That's the trick. That's the ticket. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was like looking for the reticle to light that shit up. At the right angle. Make sure I'm swinging correctly. Whoa! There we go. All right. So now that we're over here. I just melted it with heat. I have to use missiles, don't I? Gotta be a really specific spot. There it is. It's really specific. The hook shot. That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is more or less the hook shot. It's space hook shot. And much like the hook shot, it can be used only in certain areas. Cannonball! Bloop. It just sunk through. So here we go. That's how you get the missile pack. Whoa! Just break that shit with a giant spiky pillar friend. Boop. That's not the hook shot. That's right. Yeah, it's the grappling hook is pretty much the Metroid version of hook shot. Yeah, Legend of Zelda has hook shot. Metroid has grappling hook. Samus has the grappling hook. You can even see that in games like Smash Brothers, where originally they were the only characters that had ranged throws, which is kind of nice. We broke the lake. It's true. We broke it. The lake is broken. We have destroyed nature. Nature is anti-healing. We are the virus. So now, question is, how do we get up here? And you can see there should be some kind of way to crack that open, you would think. In fact, that begs the question, why haven't I been up there previously? Because that looks like it's... Whoops. That was the spooky X-ray vision, by the way. Looks like this was available the whole time. So it begs the question, why haven't I been here before? I wonder why I never managed to notice that before. That must mean that this room right here is going to be very optional. It's a freaking save point. Or map point? Save point. Yeah. Okay, so it was just a save room. I had no idea there was a save room here. I guess I never died in Phendrana, or if I did, I don't remember it. I think I've only died in Phazon mines. So far, at least. Metroids destined for the Phazon ranges in the mines must pass inspection. I wonder who gets to inspect the Metroids. Seems like that'd be a maybe unsavory position. Looting ruins and breaking shit, that's right, yeah. I mean, you'd think it's cold enough, I guess it could just refreeze over. But I do like the idea of Samus just literally breaking somehow an entire frozen lake. All to get missiles. all just to get missiles that we're gonna lose at the start of the next game anyway. Temperature affiliated behavioral index. Available for research. Cool. I suppose. I do like to scan all the flavor text thingies, even though it's rarely that useful. Also, I just noticed the save module thingy looks a little bit like a kind of like a spider almost. Like that's like the belly. That's like there's like the there's only 6 leggies. Some kind of insect maybe. Or maybe it's supposed to resemble a Metroid. I don't know, but like I just noticed that, yeah, that's a very unique shape. Just caught my eye. Caught my eyeballs. And we broke the ceiling in several spots, honestly. What did nature ever do for us anyway? Yeah, providing oxygen that we breathe. Ugh, gross. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. I think we are good in this kind of little nook. We got a bunch of little bonus areas that we wanted to go back for. Missile expansions, a power bomb expansion, which is good. Atomic particles, gravity. Who gives a heck about any of that crap, right? It's not like any of us use gravity on a regular basis. I bet I'm not even using gravity right now. I was gonna say, why is he not dying? It's because he is dead. Maybe? He's kind of dead. Yeah, he's just fading away very slowly. Yeah, these have a very slow death animation, it seems. The game isn't expecting you to kill them that fast. Alright, so now I think we'll just head the opposite direction more or less, because I think let me think about this. Did we check the gravity chamber? Yeah, we did check the gravity chamber, right? Chamber access. What would have been in the gravity chamber? We did the hunter cave, obviously. I think we checked all that, so I think we're good there. If we go this way, research core. Yeah, do we want to go in like to the research lab areas? I don't know if we do. I don't know if there's anything that was like any frozen areas in the research areas. Canyon had nothing. The shorelines would be good though. Yeah, let's go towards the shorelines. We could go through the quarantine cave again. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there is one area I definitely want to hit up, kind of in this area. So yeah, let's hit the research core and kind of head back to the shoreline from there. Got these jumpy boys, these jetpack jumpy friends. They're not very friendly though. Or I can just shoot them a couple times. Oh, you can light their asses on fire. That's kind of satisfying. And I think they'll just auto die, or maybe not auto die, but they'll damage over time. There goes flies and parasites and viruses. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Oh no, no. I know. I knew you were just joking around, little waffles. And you're right. Yeah, there are people that have, you know, that have non-meme oriented, like, you know, distaste towards nature and the things that it provides. Also, I probably should have jumped down. Oh wait, here we go. I can just jump up this way. So I was thinking that I might have goofed. Looks like I did not goof. This is a goof-free zone. We want to go that way. Might have been one door I missed in that room. Let's double check when we get there. I was thinking there was at least one room somewhere. There we go. That had a red door blocking it. And I thought maybe it'd be this one, but it does not appear to be. Just to be clear, I keep looking back at this gravity chamber. I keep worrying that I missed something there, but I think we went there already. We did all those areas. So I think we're good. So yeah. Could be this room here or this one. Somewhere, somehow, there was a room that had a red door upon it. There we go. I'm trying to get this room. There we go. Not that guy. This is the research areas, of course. Labs and such. It's not that one. Ooh, I wonder if I explore that little top guy, the Ice Ruins East. What about the Ice Ruins West? Here. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought there was a room somewhere in Phendrana that required the magma beam, but maybe not. Maybe not. We're products of nature? That's right. Therefore, I am nature. Therefore, I am a little virus, parasite, baby, creature, flesh demon. Music up. Turn the audio up a little bit on my end. And now we're getting to the research areas. But I think this is the right way, right? I think going this way eventually oh, this is kind of a long way through it, isn't it? A little way to get to the ruined courtyard. I guess I might as well, since I've started. I've committed to going this way. And it's been a while since I've been this way. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. So let's do this. So we can see shit. Oh, right, these things. A hard time seeing what I'm doing with these things because they don't provide a heat signature. All we have to do is really lock onto them. Yeah, I haven't been in this area in a while, I don't think, at least. And part of the reason why I haven't been here in a while is because this place kind of sucks. Because it's dark and it's annoying and like, I don't really think there's much here for us, per se. Because we've already explored it pretty thoroughly. So I don't know if there's really much that we can gain from being in here. I guess I might as well. Maybe it's better. What do you think is better? The X-ray version of visor or thermal? I guess thermal is better. I guess we're gonna get to fight some Metroids. Or missiles, that's good. The ice beam is always good against the Metroid. I would imagine the heat beam is probably nice. Let's find out, actually. A charged up magma meat beam. Oh, never mind. A charged up shot just instantly kills them. Well, that's satisfying. I want to see if the magma beam... Wait, did that break it? I think it did break it. Okay, so the magma beam does pretty well against the turrets as well. They respawn every time. Yeah, they do. It's, I mean, in the previous rooms, we saw that the space pirates were respawning literally seconds. Is there something over there? No, there's not. They're respawning seconds after we killed them. We can just say they were getting, like, resupplies, you know, or backup. You know, you could say that they had some homies giving them some assistance. Whereas how these things reconstruct themselves so quickly is beyond me. That's okay though. At least the Metroids go down really fast. Fully charged heat beam. I think it's just that the magma beam does a lot of damage. Oh, ice beam. Like, the element of the beam notwithstanding, it just is good for damage, I think. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna shoot it. Oh, it's the really annoying drones. These things that fuck up your visors. It's gonna get staticky for a second. Ugh. That's a little bit gross. Just let it pass. Like a kidney stone. Yeah, which is weird, right? Yeah, because, I mean, so much of the game's lore is all about, remember, Metroids are weak to ice. They really do not like cold environments. That's the best way to fight them. And then a fully charged magma beam just instantly murders them. It's really nice. Speaking of instantly murdering things. Here, I can just... Oh, I can't break them out. Never mind. Look at that. Just melt them down instantly. Or I could light them on fire. There he is. He's on fire now. Actually, maybe he's not. He's like got the little electric spots. Oh. Okay, now he's on fire. Yep, and now he's dead. Oh, that thing's still here. Bam. It's on fire now, and if I just wait, I'll just die. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, fire just fucks shit up every time. And it's still dark and scary in here. So thermal visor is the way to go. That's the other hard thing about this area is, like, even if you wanted to export, you really can't easily, at least, because you can't see shit unless using the thermal visor. And the thermal visor is great, but it's hard to, like, find things to unlock and things to scan. And I guess you could just constantly look around like this, but it's just really hard to do so. It's not particularly pleasant. And good luck fighting things, obviously, because you can't see shit. See, I know there's more. Just gonna let the fire do its thing. Yep, it's gonna take care of it for me. It's great. Literally shoot them once, and that's all you need to worry about. Literally a fire and forget style weapon. Like, unfortunately, literally. Unfortunate for them, I suppose. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, up here. Trying to jump down to the bottom. Bam. Is this area lit up a little bit better? Nope, not at all. It is in fact darker. And I can't tell what kind of door that is. So let's shoot with everything. Oops. Right now, at least this is a little bit more visible. Whoa, I say it right as my visor gets uninstalled before my eyes. These guys are disturbing the visors and such, the technology. Oh, look at that. We can see again. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. So we do want to go up, right? Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, you guys. Like, that same kind of thing probably could work. I probably could just shoot them and then just run away. I'll shoot him once. If I literally shoot him once, will that be enough? It will. Wow, that's incredible. Magma Beam OP confirmed. Actually, I'm getting missiled. Whoop. I don't want to get too close because they will do their dive bombs. Whoa, there he goes, trying his bullshit. It's okay because we literally have an overabundance of full health. The game is being too nice to me, honestly. Trying to make up for the fact that a couple streams ago the game was really being stingy with health drops and we died because of it. So that was, and also, well, it was because of that and also my incompetence from the Dynamo boss fight. Those two things together made for a deadly combination. Stinginess plus incompetence. Back into the spooky times. No, can't see shit, Captain. Except for these one. Well, never mind. I thought this was maybe a glow stick or a. Maybe glow stick isn't the right word, but a like a flare or something. But nope, completely burnt out. This one. There we go. Every time I walk into this room, I think that's like a boss battle waiting to happen. Like the legs are gonna pop out. I'm gonna walk around like a spoodler. Shoot you literally once, shoot you literally once, and that'll take care of the whole combat situation. Incoming scan data. I think this will be in probably the Chozo Ruins, right? High levels of Phazon at a mobile. Oh, I know who this is. In the ruins. Yeah. Oh, in the Phazon mines. Oh, that makes more sense. I was thinking the Chozo Ruins because there's one magma door I'm trying to find, but I can't remember where it is. That makes sense though. Yeah, Chozo Ruins, absolutely. Oh, show. All right. Which way do we want to go? Just along the top, right? I guess I might as well. It's a safe point. I mean, that we've picked up a lot of things to be worth it. We've come all this way. Yes, I would love to save. I was talking to some friends. Went to go visit with some friends over the weekend, yesterday specifically, and shockingly, we were talking nerdy shit. I know, right? We were talking video games for a change. You know, we really mix it up after, you know, rarely talking about nerdy shit. We decided to switch things up and talk about video games for once. And I mentioned to one of them, who I know is a lifelong Metroid fan, like Super Metroid's his favorite game. I mentioned like, oh yeah, I'm playing Metroid Prime for the first time in a long time, and I'm having a nice time, and I told him about like PrimeHack and how fun that is. And I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out Prime 2, as I've never played it. And I was kind of surprised. He was saying that Prime 2 was his favorite of the Prime trilogy. As I understand, Prime 2 is, it's a mixed one. Not everybody loves it. I don't think anybody hates it per se, from what I've heard at least. But there was a number of changes stylistically and like level design wise that not everybody loves, or not everybody loved back in the day at least. So now I'm like even more curious to try it for myself and like kind of what he was saying about it, because yeah, I'm very curious. And that's part of why I've been wanting to do this playthrough anyway, was to kind of start me down this Metroid path of Metroidy fun times, or like get a secret snipey shot. And I just let the fire do its thing. Yeah, it's great. See, I remember when Metroid Prime 2 first came out, I remember hearing some criticisms that some folks didn't like how... There we go. Some folks didn't really like how, like, the light and dark mechanic kind of forced you... It kind of, like, limited your mobility around certain areas in the game. It became like a liability at times in the game, which felt frustrating for some. And I think that's... I guess for some it's a liability. For others it's a like a unique way to like design the game. Like, I guess if nothing else, it's a nice way to do Metroid Prime again, but like with some clever mix-ups. Yeah, like hearing a lifelong Metroid fan say that, yeah, he really loved Metroid Prime 2, that made me be like, ooh, maybe I've got some like really good times ahead of me. So that's exciting. His name's Michael, and I can generally trust his recommendations on things, given his track record. So I'm thinking if he likes, that's a good sign. I'll probably, if nothing else, I'll really enjoy it. But will it be able to top this one? Because that's tough. I like Metroid Prime 1 a lot, so we'll see. And of course, in classic Alex fashion, it'll be a while before I get to Metroid Prime 2. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to play in the interim. Turn the visor off. Never mind, I really can't. Still too dark. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to play in the interim. I'm still tracking, doing Silent Hill 1, probably starting that this week. Because presumably we're going to finish Prime 1. Not today, most likely, but probably sometime this week. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. And when we do so, we'll have plenty of time to play some new stuffs. So I think what we'll probably do is maybe start up a blind playthrough. Woo! Of again. Oh, right. Of Silent Hill 1, which I'm excited for. I've never played a Silent Hill game in my life, so I'm very excited for that. There you go. Whoa, I fell down. That's okay. Let me just fight everything all at once, as opposed to doing it onesie-twosie. Did we get him? We sure did. Yes, we did. We got the hell out of him. There we go. Got all that. Let's see. Which door do I want to go out of? Would be... Oh, that's where we came. I guess it'd be this room right here. Ruined courtyard. Yeah, the one behind me. That should take us back to the beginning, I think. Oh, here. Oh, look at that. We can see with our eyeballs again. Oh, how refreshing. Oh my gosh. Being in this thermal hell. I can see with my own eyeballs. I can see with my balls. Lightning. There it is. Okay, so being the Phazon mines. I was thinking when the game was giving us a little heads up saying, oh, there's a thing over this way. I thought they were giving us a hint about Ridley's location. And that might be the case. But for some reason, I was thinking we would fight Ridley in the mines. I don't know why I thought that. Or, I'm sorry, I thought we would fight him in Phendrana, not the mines. It makes sense we would fight him in the mines, so. That's where all the cool shit is. Including him. Alright, so we've made it out this way. Have I explored down below? I think I have. There's like a little nook. I guess at the very, very bottom. Oh. Oh, it was this right here, I think. Yeah, I think... Let's see, can I scan it? Should point lies elsewhere. I think we've been that way before already, so I think we're set there. Yeah, nothing else here. Let's go... If I take that route... Yeah, that should do it. Alright, these friends. Oh, that's the wrong beam. What am I doing? Got my shortcuts mixed up. I always find that using the regular power shot's a good way to clear out these guys. Just a little bit awkward sometimes. I need something that fires fast. Or just run past them. That works too, honestly. There we go. This room has, I think, a missile pack for us, maybe. Soon recall seeing a sheet of ice that we couldn't get past. Also, we got these fools. We have a magma beam that melts their entire faces. It's not an instant kill, but it's pretty darn good. Oh, this is the big guy. I was thinking more about the small friends. Because the small guys, I think you can't instant kill. Is it over here? No, not over here. I'll know when I see it. Well, for one thing, it'll look like a sheet of ice. But... Actually, maybe it's the other room. Because there's two rooms that look kind of like this. Let's look around a little bit more. Yeah, these like kind of ruined villages. Yeah, let's go back this way, actually. Maybe it is back over here. Yeah, here we go. These are the guys I was thinking we can probably just instant kill. Yep. I probably, you don't even have to hit the weak spot. I can just shoot them. Oh, okay, no, it does glance off their face. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but if you hit them on the weak spot, yeah, it just melts them down into nothingness. That's a good time. I looked at this thing. I never even noticed the windmills up top. Something we can interact with, but sometimes those background elements can catch your eye. Missile pack up there. I feel like there was still something. I think it was over this way. I think that's the room I was thinking of. Ice Ruins East. Yeah, so not west. I think east is the one that I think has more stuff for us. So let's definitely check that out. I of course want to see what's up there too. So I should grab that while I'm here. Actually, that's a reason why not to. Just do this as well. Just piss like off from a distance. Thump. Oh, you're still here. There we go. There we go. Question. How do we get up top? First I have grappling hook. Oh, I think it had something to do with this guy, right? I'm super missile that thing. Oh. So we've of course had super missiles for a while. Oh, we didn't have spider ball until relatively recently. I think that's what it is. I'm thinking like, why didn't I get this sooner? I think that's why though. I think it was the spider ball part. It's up to 150, I believe. Can I like pop around up here? Oh, I can't. I really can't, can I? Yeah, I wanted to like explore around up there. That's kind of neat. 150 missiles, maximum missiles. It's pretty sweet. Let's go this way then. These little bird lads as they spin around. A bit of a liability sometimes because if they fly into you, they will knock you around. These guys don't have to be missiled anymore. You can just melt them down. Glory that is heat weaponry against ice enemies. Doesn't work against these guys. It's only going to be wave beams for these fools. These things always come in twos. Like how fast they spin when you're charging up the wave beam. So cool. Alright, so in here, there's something for us somewhere, somehow. I think it's along there. It's not back here. I break this. This looks like fancy, but no, that's not it. Aha, here it is. More missiles. 155. I want to say the maximum must be 200 or something. And I don't think we're getting all of it. I've mentioned before, this is probably not going to be a 100% playthrough, but I am trying to, like, give it an honest shake and get a bunch of extra bonus side things. Not because I think we'll need it per se, but just because it's nice. It's nice exploring, and it's nice. I feel like that's one of the joys of playing Metroid, is playing over the game and discovering new power-ups, and then finding ways to utilize those power-ups to, like, help you explore areas you were in previously and take care of enemies that used to be a pain and are now easy to, like, to steamroll over because you have more missiles and you have better beams, that kind of stuff. You have more health to deal with them, and like it's like a fun sensation. It's like you feel like you're kind of growing with the game in a way. It's weird. It's like hard to describe, but I think for those who've played the game, I think it's something a lot of us Metroid faithful can appreciate. Already been up there. So it's not an RPG, obviously. You're not leveling up. You're not, like, getting better stats in the standard sense of the word, but you are, like, growing as like a character, like as you know, you're enhancing Samus. So you're leveling up in kind of a different sense, I suppose. But it's just a nice gameplay loop. And I feel like this is one of those ways where the game definitely feels like a Metroid game, which sounds silly, obviously, but for a lot of us back in the day, this was a point of concern. Like, will it really feel like a Metroid game? How do you first-personify Metroid? And this game did it really well. There we go. I think that's a strat, by the way, is to like just look off to the side when it's doing its death spinnies. And you don't have to worry about getting your visor all staticked. Alright, so that being said, I think that's about it for Phendrana that I can think of. I wanted to get those few things. Guess Ruins West, got the Ruins Entryway, got all that stuff taken care of. So we need to get over. I want to go to the ice. Oh, you know what? I do. There is something over at the temple. So let's do that really quick as well. Is this a save point? Save point is below. Yeah, there was at least one thing in the temple. So can I just shoot you a bunch of times with an uncharged beam? Let it be known, I didn't have to kill those guys. They were minding their own business. So let's scan these real quick. Ballistic support personnel for Research Lab Hydra. I'm sure they didn't need it for any scary reasons. Western Temple in lockdown. Report to the South Research Facility. Or else 30% ration cut and extra duty. Duty. Lockdown containment plan. Yeah, that would have been the time when things were busting out of the research areas. Containment protocols and such. Oh, he's still alive! Okay, now he's dead. This poor guy, I like de-shelled him. And just left him to wallow in misery for a little bit. I should have just put him out of his misery. Holy shit. Maybe we're the monster. Or maybe, or just me. I'm the monster. Just me, Alex. So there's the temple area. There's also, there's definitely one area in the Chozo Ruins I absolutely want to explore. With the magma beam. Because there's that room where there's the wave beam, ice beam, magma beam receptacles. I definitely want to explore those with the magma beam, because each time you activate it anew, you get like a new bowling ball sequence. So explore that as well. All these like backtracking things, but again, I kind of like savoring these moments because they're fairly fleeting. Because once you've like explored everything, then you just gotta progress, and then we're kind of in the final act of the game, so this part of the game doesn't last very long, sadly, when you've got most of the power-ups. Like, by the time you're a top tier level badass, and you can do anything, it's around the time when you're about to beat the game, so... You don't get to enjoy this for too long, unfortunately. Sure, I decided to be in scan mode that time. Yo, what's up, Jim? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. We were playing more Metroid Prime. I was just kind of musing on the fact that we're reaching the end of the game, kind of in the final act, more or less. And we're going through and cleaning up some of the... Now that we have all 4 beams, we just got the magma beam last time, we're kind of going back and cleaning up some backtracking areas that we couldn't explore earlier, but now we can explore. For instance, behold. Yeah. I don't know, I don't remember what this does. But I bet it's gonna open this up somehow. Somehow, some way. Let's go. Morph ball up. And... oh, wrong button. Into the Cho zone, that's right. We were saying Chozo, we were saying Chorizo, now we got the Cho zone. Oh, it's for an artifact. Actually, hold up. What happens if you morph ball into an artifact? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it would do like the cool zoom in thing on the morph ball. Yeah, Chorizo. Yeah, I didn't come up with Chorizo. The sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're halfway done, I believe, on the artifacts. Artifactoid. Bam! Artifact acquired. That's the other thing, too. Artifacts is going to be a whole nother
part of the adventure to explore as well. Because I haven't really been focusing on seeking them. I've just been grabbing them when I think to grab them and when I stumble upon them. But there are still 6 we need to seek out. So once we get all the pieces of equipment, the artifacts will be the last thing to consider. So now, got that sorted out. Now we can just go down to, let's see, not Magmore. I mean, I guess Magmore would do it. I'm thinking the Chozo Ruins would be the most goodest. But there might not be a nifty way to get to the... Oh, there's actually no way to get to the Chozo Ruins from here. You can only get to Magmore. You can only get to Phendrana from Magmore. And the only exit out of Phendrana is Magmore. So, never mind. Alright, I guess, how's about this? Let's save one more time. Again, save early, save often. We're all computer users here. We all understand. We all know how it goes. If I don't save early, then I am dooming myself to a fate of sadness. It's very important. And of course, it's worth mentioning we did have some crashes last time. The emulator usually holds up pretty well, but there have been a few chance occasions of it getting a little bit sad. So let's not let it get sad. Let's avoid that entirely. Also, speaking of things getting sad, I'm just mercilessly wrecking the wildlife, the fauna, for no good reason. He was just minding his own business. He was not a threat. Once again, Samus terrorizing the countryside. Destroying frozen lakes. Speaking of frozen lakes, destroying frozen lakes. Killing killing monsters that are not posing a threat. Maybe Ridley's trying to stop us. Maybe we've been the villain all along. We have to call the populace. That's that's what we'll say it is. It's like you know, like deer hunting season, like a controlled hunting season to keep the population under control. See how quickly they respawn. That means that their population numbers must be out of control right now. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Or Thanos logic. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to snap them into a more reasonable number. All right, so Talon Overworld, that's one that would work. There's a ruins. Of course, there's Phendrana. Let me think about this. Is there anything... Actually, we can look up. We can look it up where... If there's anything in the overworld that we would care about that has... Oh, there it is. Alright, so there is something in the overworld. Yes, let's go ahead and check that out too. I'm gonna guess that's probably gonna be an artifact. But which means we'll need it eventually, so it would be worth our while. So, in that case, that would be... Heart. So let's go up. Or just keep going north. Keep going north. Oh, hold on. Not north. It'd be east. Keep going east. Oh, it'd be the lower east path, by the way. Although, well, they would both work. But the lower east path would probably be the most convenient. So we'll do that. We are back in Magmore. Scenic Magmore. With its not at all ominous sounding music and ominous looking areas. And flying space pirates that I can light on fire with the greatest of ease. Transform into a fine mist. Oh, I thought he was stuck underneath me for a second. I light him on fire and he falls off into lava to be on more fire. Double fire. I think this one down. Horror. Yes. At one point there were automated turrets up there, but they've been replaced by the Space Pirate lads, which I would much rather fight the Space Pirate lads than the turrets. Did we break this last time? I'm pretty sure that we did. Now I feel inclined to double check just to be sure. Anything new down here? Okay, yeah, we got the missiles last time, so yeah, we're good. I couldn't quite remember. If nothing else, it's just cool watching that thing break. That's a nice throwback to Metroid, Super Metroid. Alright, you can just skip this whole
old dealy bopper. Whee! So nice. Just skipping right over it. Oh, we got them both. Look at that. We're such gamers. Oh, we're gamers. It is so satisfying just getting the quick kill on those guys, honestly. More personnel at the hunter. That's right. Just keep throwing more people at us. For those of us who have done, like, team projects or software development or anything where it's like you're like one person out of a team of multiple disciplines, we can all agree you can definitely solve a problem by just throwing more people at it. Just throw more people at the problem and do literally no other kinds of management, and it'll definitely solve all the problems. So just throw more personnel at it, and that'll definitely solve the problem. Don't worry about management. Don't worry about trying to, like, consider why the team is failing. Just keep throwing more people. There definitely aren't books and, like, college courses designed around how that is. It's a common, like, failure of like a lot of, like, professional places where they think, like, let's just throw more people at it. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? That's fine. You won't need to don't worry about, like, budgeting, like, you know, more training or anything, or better technology. Like, nah, who cares about that? And maybe the space pirates, like, they don't have a lot of technology, but they have just a lot of willing volunteers or unwilling subjects that they can coerce into combat. Maybe their budgets aren't very high for researching new technology or something. I mean, we've been spending so much of this game reading their technology logs, like their research logs, and like their exploration data, and their corporate policies, and their testing procedures. So we're kind of building this into like a space pirate Dilbert comic, which I'm very much down for. I want to read this in real life. I can just light his ass on fire. Hell yeah. Amass their forces in one. Yeah, tactics. Yeah. Who has time for tactics, Space Devil? When you can just throw more people at the problem, more bodies who were at one point alive, probably, and yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so you don't even need missiles to kill these fools. Just lots and lots of heat, and not lots of yeet. I like that little, like, melody, that little recurring motif in the theme. I like that a lot. It's nice. That's like the for Metroid Prime specifically, that's what I think of when I think of this game's soundtrack. I think of that one little melody. Little synth lead. Alright, so we're going up and up. I think that's what we're looking for now. Question. What discs? Dropping in midair, you say? Oh, they are. How suspicious. What are we doing wrong? Clearly, if we just keep trying it, it'll just work itself out. Eventually, it's gotta work. If we try literally the same thing over and over, we're gonna get different results eventually, right? Also, I wonder if there's ever any explanation for why there's just invisible floating islands up here. Not that I'm complaining. It's great for us, but it is uncanny. There's the magma door. Nothing else of note here, and are there other invisible walls? Or, not walls, but floors. And missile things. Oh, but the missile thing's invisible. Oh, that's sneaky. Oh, that's sneaky. That's cool. So presumably you don't need the... Oh, that's why you see it through here. Okay. Presumably you don't need the X-ray visor to get all that. Like, if you were a speedrunner, you just would probably know where these things are. But the average player wouldn't know, obviously. That's pretty slick. And more missiles. Fires the missiles. But I'm Latar. What's up, JD? Good to see you, buddy. Keep the base a secret? Yeah. Yeah, coincidence? I think not. And we just discover them, or we get tipped off to them. Yeah, the whole reason we even got to the Space Pirate Outpost above Talon 4 was because we, like, read the distress signal of shit blowing up because experiments weren't going well, and Phazon infused parasite monsters were shitting everywhere. Maybe not shitting everywhere, but we're breaking everything. So yeah, we like us detecting their signals is kind of what brought us there, which obviously eventually led us here specifically. So kind of weird how that works out sometimes. Anything else? I'm gonna just kind of give a quick little once over to see if there's any other rooms that require the magma beam, but I think we're good otherwise. I think that was the only thing that came to mind. Everything else we've explored here. We did a lot of grappling hook areas, and of course a lot of freeze beam areas have been explored, so I think that was the last one that we were waiting on for this area. Let's go over to the Chorizo ruins rather. Oh wait, actually hold on, let me think about this. Is there anything in the Chorizo ruins? Let's double check, because there might not be. They need to encrypt their shit better. Yeah, they really should, honestly. I think in one of the earlier logs read, they even said like, yeah, Samus is here, and she's easily able to decrypt almost all of our shit with the greatest of ease, so we are having a hard time here. As soon as space pirates are fighting a war. Yeah, that's a good point too, JD. Like, they're busy, and they are pretty advanced, admittedly. Like, they're not as like barbaric as we might be led to believe. So you're right, like they're generally considered to be a menace to lots of things. So yeah, Samus is one of many antagonists that they're dealing with. She's reading our emails. She's reading our shit posts. Quick, let's go into Facebook and clean up your unsavory, delete your old tweets, go into Facebook and delete your old messages, because Samus is reading that shit. She's gonna steal your dank memes. She's gonna right click and save your NFTs quick. Act now before she gets to us. But anyway, yeah, I think the only thing I really need to look for are areas where there's magma beams. Oh, there's the Hall of the Elders, though. We definitely need to go there. Absolutely, Hall of the Elders. So, yeah, Talent Overworld. Okay, so let's go for either of these, really. So now, more caverns. Yeah. So would it be this guy? That would probably work, actually. Oh well, let's think about this. Well, doesn't really matter. I guess we just need to get there in some capacity, so that one right there will work. Good translation software. Yeah, that is actually like legit kind of impressive, the fact that she is able to decrypt their shit with the greatest of ease, because like decrypting shit in real life takes either a lot of computation power or a long time. So the fact that she's got this like pseudo military grade mega computer inside of her either visor or just her suit in general, and maybe that's just the power of Chozo's space magic. We were saying earlier, or in your previous stream, that Chozo's space magic is a good like a George Lucas hand wave explanation for pretty much all questions about how is Samus able to blank the blank. The answer is usually Chorizo space magic. She is oh yes, Boris. She is invincible in terms of hacking. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about Boris. Translation, hacking. We got the space magic birds. The Chozo were like space magic wizards or something. Because it's like magic, but also like technology. But yeah, it's like you get a little bit of both. Technology, magic, wizardry, sorcery. I need to go back and watch, if he has them on YouTube. Seriously, I want to go back and watch more of Gratafi's stream from when he was playing the Mario like what's the word I'm looking for? Just I guess ROM hack of GoldenEye, when it was like replaced with Mario characters. The soldiers were all like Koopa Troopa, that kind of stuff. Like those were really I've only popped in on those for a little bit. Unfortunately, I had to miss most of it. But I want to go back and see what they did for Boris, what they did for Alec. I'm sure Alec Trevelyan's probably Bowser. So like just seeing how that was all done was really fun. I need to play that myself at some point. Because I did look it up at one point when somebody first recommended it to me. I guess when it first came out a little while back. Tower of Light, Ruined Shrine. I'm trying to remember what that one would look like. Tower of Light. What was that one? Tower Chamber.
Where are we right now? We are in... Oh, this is the beginning area. Oh, okay. Turn to a ball with these. That's right. And when we try to do it, yeah, when we try to do it, we like maimed and or murdered 4 of our homies. Do I want to know who it was? Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe it would be better for me to see it in person when I play it, actually. But like I was really happy. I was really tickled when I saw that he was streaming it. So I was like, yeah, because I heard about it and it sounded very fun. That's a fair point, though. Yeah, maybe seeing it, maybe experiencing it for myself is like the legit way to do it. For some reason, I can't remember what's over here. I think this is where we came from, maybe. Broken and twisted. Yeah. Twisted and deformed beyond recognition. Ah! Too much damage. I should have just caused the murder like I wanted to. Now, do I be impatient or do I be murderful? Yeah, I appreciate that, sir. Say you're always very considerate, which I appreciate. I'll admit there have been many times where, and Gratafi is one of them. Is one of these individuals where I have to be careful. Where I'll see a streamer friend do a thing that I really think is neat, and I'll think, oh, I want to play that, but then it's like I don't want to be like I'm just copying off them though. So it's like I'll wait for a bit. It's like I don't want to just piggyback off of their hard work, off of their talents. Yeah, we've already explored that area. For some reason, I forgot what that was, but now I remember. Like, same with Grovon. Like, I remember when he was playing Banjo-Tooie, I was like, fuck, man, I haven't played Banjo-Tooie since it first came out. I want to go back and play through that game again, much like how I'm playing through this one. And same thing, I was like, nah, I'll wait for a bit. I've got a number of other things I want to play as well. But, like, you know, you'll see a person streaming a thing that you like, and it's like, oh, man, now I've got my brain has been tickled. My brain has been activated. I think we need to go this way. God, the Choza Ruins are enormous. Yeah, I think this way. Right here. Oh, maybe not right there. Reflecting Pool. All the Elders. That's the one. I think that's the one. So, we have a bit of a journey ahead of us, but that's fine. If nothing else, it's a good excuse to not research, but to explore a little bit more. Because again, we have just about everything. Just shy of maybe a few power-ups. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. Can I just... Oh, don't crash. Okay. Can I light this on fire? You can't just burn the hornet's nest? Ah, that's disappointing. I'll just burn that motherfucker to the ground. I can burn these motherfuckers to the ground. Also, I don't think they can follow me into the door, so I can just tease them from afar. There we go. Not one to piggyback. Yeah, exactly. And it's not like it would be a huge deal. I'm sure. I mean, Gratz he's such a nice guy. Like he wouldn't mind, and GV wouldn't mind. Like they wouldn't like be weird about it. It's especially true when a game first comes out, like Halo, for instance. The Halo multiplayer stuff just dropped today, I think, and approximately 20 bajillion, quadrillion streamers are playing that right now, streaming it right now. And here I am playing Metroid Prime like a dingus. But like, yeah, like when a game first drops, of course everybody's gonna be streaming it. So like in that case, it's to be expected. Like, of course, you're going to be streaming the same thing as a lot of people. But when it's a little bit more obscure, then it's like, I don't know. I don't want to like, especially if you have a lot of viewers in common. Because like Gratafi and I, of course, we've done a lot of fun stuff together. With JD, for instance, another streamer friend is in the chat. Jet Dive, like we've done a lot of fun stuff together. As a result, we have a lot of the same viewers. So, like, you don't want to like, I like to not think of it as like competition per se. Or like, like I'm competing for the same people. So I try not to like to ever frame it in that sense. Also, which direction do I want to go? We just came from the ruined fountain, I think. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So I just passed the door. Actually, I think I was gonna want to go this way. Yeah. So this way, and just ignore the ghosts. Who cares? The ghosts can suck eggs for all we care. Whoop. There we go. I just bribed the Twitch admins. That's right. I just bribed the Twitch admins. With promise of chocolates and blowjobs, so I can get those boost opportunities, which for some reason keep happening, and I do not understand why. I have several streamer friends who apparently never get the boosts, and I get them like once every other week. It's wild. Setting things on fire. That's correct. That's what we do. We destroy frozen lakes. We murder the flora and fauna with fire. Because remember, we're the good guy in the story. See, look, I'm the good guy. I'm killing all these monsters. Although, in all fairness, these are like Phazon corrupted monsters. So maybe we are doing the world a favor by exterminating its unsavory members of its stiff. Watery Hall. Do I remember what's in the Watery Hall? I don't know if I remember what's in the Watery Hall. Let's double check. Hit the go live button. Hope the neurons activate. Yeah, dude, there have been times, JD, where I've had that exact same shit where it's like, where I'm just like not fully there, and I think to myself, maybe I will activate when I stream. Like maybe that'll like get the blood, get the juices buttered up, you know, get the brain moisturized and lubricated. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. JD, remember when you showed us the, okay, we've already been here, the Suavemente meme from Terminal Montage, and you were like, let's watch this together to get our brains buttered up. There are times where, you know the meme where it's like head empty, like no thoughts, head empty. Like I'll just be trying to do something and I'll have the mental state of that video. It's not like that video's in my head, but like about that level of sensibility will be in my brain with like a task I'm trying to accomplish. Like I'll be like struggling to just accomplish a basic task, and then I'll realize how stupid I'm being, and I'll think like, oh, it's this, Alex, you dummy, you're overcomplicating things. And it's like about the mental acuity of Suavemente in mental form, but with less sexy dancing and less sexy Ganondorfs. Yeah, the boost spam. I mean, it's great and it's so nice for me and it's helped me out a lot, but I do not understand why, like, literally only I get it. I don't know. Actually, let's think about this. How many other streamers, and I mean, I watch a decent number of streamers myself. I mean, I stream a lot, but I spend a lot of time on Twitch. I like to support my friends, I like to watch them. I haven't gotten to contribute to a lot of boosts myself, but boy howdy if I got a lot myself. So yeah, I do not know what it is, honestly. The JD streams, they are a fun time. Can confirm. JD's a good lad. He streams a lot of good games. I know JD was telling us he's been busy lately with some other stuffs, but yeah, the JD streams are always good. He's a good boy. Spelled B-O-I. Suavemente. Boop 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 boop. I think that's the part too. It's like the literally one like one note auto-tuned vocals and the like MIDI pan flute melody. It's the whole thing is just one searing hot meme, and I love it. And it's like I think he put precisely 10 minutes into making the song happen, and then put like several hours into the animation behind it. So he put a lot of time into a element of that video, and the rest of it is just memes, and I'm 100% here for it, honestly. It's the booty. Yeah, honestly, the booty is the deal maker for many things. So get yourself a fire-ass booty emote, courtesy of a handsome gentleman named Awful Devil in your chat. Get yourself a fire-ass booty emote, and everything else just falls into place. Also, yes, tell me about this mobile source of Phazon for the third time game. Yes, thank you. Because we have Magma Beam now. Presumably that will give us whatever the final there we go, whatever the final suit upgrade's going to be, or semi-final. It's lit, fam. That's right. Speaking of lit, we have these fuckers. And I think I'm just gonna cruise on past them because I don't want to even deal with their bullshit. We've killed these guys like 3 times already anyway. Alright, so it's this area right here. And I guess I might as well fight these fools with X-rays. And I think heat does not work against them. Yeah, it's only got to be power shots. Power shots forever. This guy teleporting at me like he's so cool. I feel like you kind of need, more or less, need to kill these guys in order to do the sequences in this room where you interact with the switches up top, like the beam switches, one for magma, one for ice, one for wave. Ouch.
What's satisfying? You can get a shot in midair on these guys. It kind of like stuns them for a second. They go, ah, like they're not expecting you to just fucking dab on them. Almost like it's you've insulted their sensibilities. It's good because these ghosts are annoying to fight. Almost at the end game. You're correct, Mr. JD. We're nearing the end, my friend. We have all the beams. We have, I think, just one more power up, like one more suit upgrade or like just equipment upgrade to go. I'm trying to go and pick up energy tanks and missile power missile stations and power bomb stations, those kinds of things. I'm trying to grab those as I'm able. But yeah, we're nearing the end. We have like 5 or 6 artifacts left, but once we have all the pieces of equipment, it's just a matter of seeking them out, sniffing them out even. Some Twilight Princess? Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point, seriously. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, this area in particular, this kind of like this style of architecture and the amount of ruins. Actually, I didn't even know you could see the ceiling, or see into the sky rather. Talon 4 sky. But yeah, with like the architecture and kind of this stuff right here as well, like the cool blue lights built into the infrastructure. Almost like it's kind of Twilight in its design. So yeah, I mean, and even the Chozo for that matter, the Chozo statue has like Twilight written all over it. So yeah, that is a very valid comparison, I would say. Time to bowling ball. A what? See, does he not want bowling ball? Oh, it occurs to me I might not have been paying attention. I thought he wanted bowling ball. I don't think he wants bowling ball. His hand isn't glowing. Wait, is this a new door? No, that door's always been there. We need to bomb it again. I wasn't paying attention. I was in my brain, I was like, I just have to hit the thing and then it'll all be good. But actually, I see all these are disabled. Huh. I think I'm an idiot. Were they connected? So yeah, probably not. But I do like the observation that yeah, there's definitely some similarities with just the overall designs. Let's do this. Is there a new door that has opened up that I'm just too dumb to notice? Speaking of no thoughts, head empty. Yeah, I just completely blinded that switch. I like hit it and just turned my brain off. I didn't even notice what had happened. Hey, welcome back, Rule Drip. It's good to see you, bud. Yeah, in fact, the things... Oh, maybe it's just like an acknowledgement that we're done in this area. Maybe there isn't anything else to do. As we've already explored everything else around here. We've done the reflecting pool, all that jazz. So we're good there. Don't want to know what I missed? Yeah, I would say if there is something that I missed, Mr. Drip. Oh, it was down here. That's what it was. This thing moved. Okay, yeah. There was a new door. Oh, it was on the map. Oh yeah, I see it now. It was on the map. I just didn't notice. I was looking for sideways doors. There it is. And it was for an artifact. That makes sense. There we go. Yeah, I feel like a doofus. Yeah, like we've done that, I guess, that was the 3rd time we did that, where we hit the little beam, or the little target indicator on the wall with a certain beam, and it would change some part of the area in front of the statue, and he would bowling ball your way to where you needed to get. So in my mind, since we did that 2 times already, it's like, I don't have to pay attention to what's happening, it's fine. I'll just hit the switch and I'll talk with chat, and I'll flap my gab as I'm known for doing as a proud Midwesterner. I don't have to worry about paying attention to details, right? And then at some point I was like, oh, I done fucked up. So that's okay though. We got there, and now, woo! Don't have to fight these guys anymore. So now, was there anything else in this area, or do we just get our little booties over to Phazon Mines? We might just get our little booties over to Phazon Mines, honestly. Let's... Is anything else? I'm looking for red doors. Doors that are of the color red. There's at least a few in the Phazon Mines. There's one big one that we definitely know about, rather. We have a lot of health, we have a lot of missiles. So I don't think we're gonna struggle anytime soon. It was a Wolf King! You never finished it? No, it's okay. It's a good game, and it's definitely worth playing if you've ever beaten it. And actually, I'll go ahead and I'll tell you, Wolfking, if you are ever wanting to play this game and you don't, and you're like ever put off, I don't think you would be, since I know you're a fellow Nintendo lad. However, if you were ever like kind of put off by the controls, because this of course was a single analog game, we were playing with mouse and keyboard controls, and it's really nice. I like it a bunch, and it is kind of a modern control scheme for an older game, so it's kind of nice, and I like it a bunch. It does make the game a little bit easier, so I would recommend playing with like the harder difficulty, but it's pretty cool. It's called PrimeHack is the name of the dolphin version that we're using here, and it's really slick, and I think it's really fun. So I would say I have very positive takeaway from playing it on stream, at least. But even just the game on its own holds up pretty darn well overall, I would say. So it is worth playing. I've only played the first one. I've never played 2 and 3. Yeah, WASD, that's exactly what I got. Yeah, I'm using WASD for for like sidestep controls, using the mouse for silky smooth movement. And what else do? I have, of course, left click is shoot. Right click is to lock on, although locking on when there's, locking on and then like moving the control stick is how you would normally do like manual kind of mouse movements, that kind of thing. And instead we just kind of use the motion controls, but mapped to mouse and keyboard. Middle mouse click is missile. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are like the shortcuts I use for the beams. And then 5, 6, let's see, it'd be, no, I'm sorry, it's 7, 8, 9, and 0 are the shortcuts I use for the beams, or I just use Q and E to toggle. I also have mouse wheel bound to switching beams, that kind of thing. And of course, space for jump, control for morph ball, alt for morph ball jump, left click for the bombs, middle mouse click for power bombs, that kind of stuff. So it works pretty well. Works really dang well. So it is really nice. I mean, playing on the original control scheme works great. The game, of course, was designed with the original control scheme built in mind. So, I mean, I think it holds up just fine in that regard. But if you wanted a modern way to play it, mouse and keyboard is pretty nice. Or if you have a physical copy of the Wii trilogy, the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii, motion controls work really well on that as well. I know not everybody likes motion controls, but I like them. I think they work really well for the Metroid trilogy, Metroid Prime trilogy. Also, I'm realizing that there's no way to get to the Phazon mines from here directly. So if we go back to the Talon Overworld or Magmore, those are our two options, Magmore or Talon Overworld. What's the best way to get to Phazon mines? Talon Overworld. I bet Talon Overworld would probably be the best way. When I say that, now I'm starting to lose faith. Those are ruins. Those are ruins. Okay, there is a Phazon Mines entrance. It's a bit far away, but it would do the. We'd have to go through the whole frigate crash site though, which is kind of a pain. What about Magmore? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Yeah, M is what I have mapped for the map button. Went to Magmore. Where are we right now? We're pretty close, I think, to these areas. Shit, which means Magmore would be kind of far away, wouldn't it? It'd be like down here. Ugh, that is kind of far. So that would be like right here, I think. So then we'd have to go pretty much all the way to the end. Oh, it's going to be a pain no matter what we do. I'm going to say, yeah, let's just take the route through the Talon Overworld. That's fine. And that would be up north. To the reflecting pool area. Oh, I went the wrong way, I think. I went exactly the wrong way, but that's okay. Can't quite make it, that's okay. What's up, Rocky? Good to see you, bud. Sometimes get lost in the game, yeah. That's one thing we were talking about not too long ago, was the Metroid Prime, or the Metroid games in general are, of course, great. However, they can be frustrating sometimes, because it can be easy to get lost. I find that usually, as long as I'm using the map, I find that this game does a pretty good job. Sometimes I will get stubborn and I will resist using the map. Standard, you know, dude kind of energy, thinking like, no, I don't need to look up directions, it's fine. I can find my way, and then sure enough, I get lost and I get confused. So I try to keep myself honest by looking up directions whenever I need to, and not just floundering on stream, especially. So back here, this way. That's the one. That's the one that we wanted. There we go. So I feel like this game does a pretty good job, and I also appreciate how every so often it will remind you what your like next objective should be, like your next key thing should be. It doesn't show you everything, but it shows you, or like hints, gives you hints at least where like the next major thing you're looking for should be. Whoops. Gobbled up by that guy. It's just then I blow his ass up. And not quite. Almost got the momentum. There we go. I was waiting for one big boost. Now we're good. Kind of the experience. Yeah, I mean, just exploring around and sometimes getting lost, but then refinding your way and like discovering new areas. I feel like this game does a pretty good job of leading you without being too hand-holdy. We were talking about Super Metroid a couple streams ago, and yeah, Super Metroid is a little bit trickier. I think the 2D games in particular are just harder and don't convey as much to you, the user, the player rather. So it's easier to get lost, but it's also that much more rewarding when you do like kind of discover, when you like kind of like find your way and feel like you're discovering the world around you and you're like learning more about the game. It's satisfying. So I do like it a bunch. Ball turrets would get turned around and get lost. Metroid Dread. Yeah, I've heard Dread's a really good game, but it's really fucking tough. Which I do not doubt in the slightest. There's south and there's east. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing Dread. I probably won't play it anytime soon because this kind of is scratching my Metroid itch for a while at least, but yeah, it is definitely on my list. Okay, so one of them. Wait, actually, hold on. That's actually really close. So Chozo Ruins South. I think the one I would want. Oh, that's so much nicer than I was thinking that I would need to go all the way to the other side. But no, this is actually much more convenient. I think if I take that north path, that'll be good. That'll pop me right where I need to be. Right where I want to be. Yeah, part of the reason why I'm playing Metroid Prime right now is because there's been a lot of Metroid discourse on social media and that kind of thing. So that's what, at least part of what inspired me. But yeah, I've heard Dread is like legit and very good and very challenging, and which is good because a lot of people have been wanting a very solid, challenging Metroid experience for a while, so that's nice to hear. Final boss. Yeah, I've heard the final boss is nutty. I've heard he is a spicy meatball. Look at that, we're so close to the Phazon mines. That's perfect. And I was all worried we would have to backtrack a bajillion miles. Rather, a bajillion more miles. I've already done a lot of backtracking today. Getting missiles and energy tanks and that kind of thing. Put these things right. I can just light their asses on fire. Usually you have to wait for them to like expel the little poison blobules, but now we can just melt their faces with no problemo. It's so nice. Let's go up this way. Always like this spiral formation here for the spider ball here. Boop. There we go. Here to oh, that's sweet of you to say. Seriously, I always appreciate your presence, my friend. You're a very kind and positive individual. And this game makes a lot of things, you know, easy when it comes to having a nice presentation, a nice thing to show on stream. It's a very fun game, and of course it's a very pretty game. But I just like the unique presentation. I just like how... Oh, wrong way, I think. Yes, I'm going the wrong way. I appreciate how... there's just a lot of, like, interesting quirks with how the game is presented. And how... And how the... just how the world feels so immersive. They did such a good job making this game... This first one in particular... Well, I've only played the first one. But making this first Metroid Prime game feel like you're in some lush... new environment. Oh, look at that back there. That's a sneaky place. Is there an invisible thing I'm supposed to do, maybe? I didn't even notice that until just now. Oh, you're still alive. Right, and you don't give off a You don't have a skeleton, so I can't see with the X-ray visor. Okay, I just realized, yeah, we have this little secret door that I've forgotten about. I forgot about that little secret door this whole time. And I still don't know how to get up there. Unless there's like an X-ray super sneaky secret thingy. Oh, that's an invisible platform. Okay, there is an invisible thingy. I knew it. That's probably going to be an artifact then if it's that well hidden. Because that'd be a lot of work. Or like a missile platform. Oh, never mind. It is a missile extendo-majig. Yeah, you feel like you're on this alien world, and you feel like you're, you know, you kind of have that lonely Metroid game kind of experience. You know, you're a solo bounty hunter on a foreign land, a stranger in a strange land. You have a lot of things trying to fight you, and you have like all these different areas to explore. They're all super unique, and you have all these cool new powers and abilities. And you're exploring, and you're like learning, and you're learning more about like the background of this area and all the like pitfalls that go along with it. So the fact that they did such a good job of translating the Metroid experience into a 3D experience is pretty remarkable. Because I don't remember it as much, but I do remember there was a lot of hand-wringing when a first-person Metroid game was announced, because people were like, "Are you kidding me? They're gonna make it like what would have been a popular first-person game back in the day." This would have been pre-Halo. Well, about the contemporary of Halo, and obviously before like Call of Duty, that kind of thing. So I think like first-person shooters were popular back then, obviously. But the idea of like a first-person Metroid game, people were nervous for understandable reasons. And not everybody likes Metroid Prime. Some people have very choice opinions. In fact, I've mentioned before that part of the reason why I'm even streaming this to begin with is that I saw a Twitter thread where a gentleman who was of, I don't know who he was, I can't remember his name, but other people knew who he was. He was of some gaming personality, you know, of note. And he was saying how he played Metroid Prime for the first time and how much he hated it. It was like, he was like, "This is the worst first-person shooter I've ever played." And a lot of the comments were like, you know, it's not really a first-person shooter, so you want to, you know, you should make sure you kind of go in with the right expectations. And kind of the discourse that surrounded that, so that's kind of what brought me here, more or less. I did get a haircut. Thank you, JD. That's correct. They turned into yeah, that's right. There was people that were worried it would turn into an action fest, and I'm glad that it didn't. If it would have turned into a first-person shooter, quote-unquote, then it wouldn't have been as good, probably. Yeah, like Doom or Quake, exactly. Didn't like it as much. Yeah. Yeah, and then the other thing, too, of course, is that they're very much, in my mind, they very much are worthy Metroid games, but they are pretty different in a lot of ways. So, I mean, I don't blame people for not liking them as much. It's same thing with, like, the Zelda games, right? Like, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, love those games to death. But I have plenty of friends who are like, you know what, I'm more of a Link to the Past or Link's Awakening guy. And yeah, I get it, because they are incredibly different games. They're all valid Zelda games in my book, but they are wildly different from each other. They have different ways of telling similar stories, but the presentation and the control scheme and combat, just everything is so different. So yeah, there's obviously nothing wrong with having a different, you know, preference for one or the other. But yeah, when that one dude went on this kind of Twitter rant about how much he hated Metroid Prime and it was so god-awful and like the analog controls were just horrible, and he was like so bothered by how like people like this game so much. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? And it just kind of led to this whole conversation. Then of course by the time I happened upon the thread, it was, you know, a day or two old, so it was far too involved for me to get involved with. But not that I would have wanted to. I tend to avoid those kinds of argumentative things anyway. But it was definitely interesting to kind of to see it, and there were some interesting takes and some interesting like points that were being raised, both like for and against the Prime series. Metroid game is an FPS. I mean, it's an understandable mental conclusion to arrive at, because it is a first-person game and there is shooting. You know, I click the shoot button, I click the attack button, the win button with my mouse clicker right now. So I think in a way, I can see where that would happen at first glance, at least. But the term FPS, or first-person shooter, sometimes is a loaded term and carries with it certain expectations. And when a person, I mean, if I had to guess, this guy that did this Twitter thread, I would not be shocked to learn if he hadn't played a lot of Metroid games previously. So maybe he just didn't have the right, had been given the wrong idea, and nobody kind of warned him ahead of time. And I wish that they would have, because I think he would have had a better time, and wouldn't have had as much of an argumentative Twitter thread. However, had that thread not happened, I wouldn't have learned about PrimeHack. So I like to think it all works out. Because yeah, that was the other thing too. When during that thread, somebody was like, by the way, if you want to play a Metroid game or Metroid Prime at least, with a more modern control scheme, like if the control scheme is your main sticking point, then yeah, do yourself a favor and try out some PrimeHack. And I was like, oh, tell me more. And these guys hurt a lot, and they're not nice, and they make me cry. However, we have so much more health now. And of course, we also have the cool electro melting their health bar weapon, which is really neat, even though it uses up a lot of missiles. You have to be careful though, because these guys, they have like this beam attack that does a lot of damage, and they are unfortunately quite accurate with those things. They're crack shots, which is to say they shoot my butt crack a lot. That's what a crack shot means. Crack shot, you might think like, oh, they're like a good shot, they're good at aiming. It means they're really good at shooting butt cracks. Some heat for just being Metroid. One critic got stuck for 30 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, well, I mean, there have been instances relatively recently of gaming journalists or gaming critics being unable, or just maybe not unable, but unwilling in certain instances to learn how to play a game properly, and then getting mad about it in their review or in their video about it, that kind of thing. I feel like there was a classic case maybe a few years ago about Cuphead. Those of you might know what I'm referring to. I think it was either Polygon or the Wall Street Journal. I don't know. It was a publication that is oftentimes not always revered very highly. Also, there's a door back here I should explore. But there was a publication that was saying, here, we're going to review Cuphead. Here we go. Cuphead review incoming. And then they reviewed Cuphead, and the reviewer couldn't get past, what was it? I think it's not that they couldn't do it, they couldn't beat it, but it took them it took them an embarrassingly long time to beat the tutorial. Therefore, game bad. Like, that was their review. They were like, this game's tutorial is too hard, or it took me too long to figure it out. Game bad. Bad review. Done. And people just dabbed on it so hard. People like memed on this reviewer so hard. It's still a searing hot meme after all this time, and for understandable reason, because it's pretty absurd. And again, it's a couple years old, but people still reference that shit. And of course, there's YouTube people. There's like internet personalities. There's I honestly don't even want to mention names, because like some of the content creators that I'm thinking of right now are not pleasant individuals. So I don't want to I don't like to sling mud, obviously, but like there are certain names where it's like, this isn't like the people I'm thinking of right now, their content is far from positive. I'll just say that much. However, there's a few that I can think of off the top of my head where they will get frustrated and go like I can't figure this thing out about this game, therefore bad. Like, why is the game like this? What were they thinking? This game is dumb. And when I say what were they thinking, I don't mean James Rolfe, because he's playing a character, obviously. There are people that are, to my knowledge, unironically not playing a character when they say like, I can't figure out this game, therefore bad. And yeah, it is silly. So that being said, to Bum Rocky's point, yeah, the fact that there are people struggling with Dread, which is apparently a tough game, but yeah, if they've like not played a lot of 2D Metroid games and they're reviewing Dread and they're having a hard time, then they might be setting themselves up for an unpleasant experience. Metroid Dread, it gives you the tools. Yeah, I've heard that the game, actually that's actually one fair criticism too, JD. I've heard that the game is a little bit too handholdy, and I don't know how true that is, obviously, since I haven't played it myself. But it's interesting to me that on the one hand we have people that say this game doesn't explain itself too well, and then there are other people that say this game holds my hand too much. So it's like, wait, which one is it? It can't be both. Try to finish the game. Yeah, maybe that's it too, seriously. They were like, I'm gonna sit down with this game for an hour, and that's the time I'm gonna allocate for this review. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if maybe some reviewers, some journalists were being overworked. So yeah, maybe they just had to bang it out quickly, you know, to make their schedule, meet their quota, that kind of thing. I would hope not, but yeah, maybe that is, you know, the real story. It wouldn't shock me. First playthrough was harder, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I've mentioned before that, to my eternal shame, I never even beat Super Metroid until last year. It took me that long. It took me 31 years of my life. Well, I guess Super Metroid would have come out when I was like 4 years old, but it took me 25, 26 or so years of my life to get around to Super Metroid. So, better late than never, I suppose. But yeah, I'm always embarrassed to admit it took me so long to get around to that game. And it was a hard game. It was challenging. It was probably not as hard as Metroid 2 and probably easier. No, I'm sorry. It was not as hard as Metroid 2, but it was harder than Fusion. Metroid Fusion was, well, I don't know. The beginning of Fusion is pretty tough, actually. What this? Oh, Flamethrower! Dope! I was hoping we'd get something like this. Hell yeah. That's the final super upgrade. Hell yeah. Time for some BBQ, baby! 10 years ago would have been known, understood, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. It's frustrating hearing critics, like, knock a game or a thing that you like, but for invalid reasons. I think pretty much all of us can agree. A lot of things that we like are not perfect, so critiques that are valid are perfectly legit. But yeah, when a game is criticized for, like, something dumb, then it just feels kind of cheap. Like, the standard example that I always think of is IGN, with the review of some Pokemon generation, where it's that standard meme, 6 out of 10, too much water. Or, there was, also, let's check out the Flamethrower real quick. Yeah, fucking Flamethrower, oh, I can sear that shit, yeah. Also, of course, it's really expensive. That right there was 30 missiles, so it's a spicy meatball, but it's a worthwhile meatball. But yeah, one of my other favorite examples, and it's again IGN. I think IGN has gotten better in recent years, but for a while they were kind of not so good with their weird nitpicks, sometimes at least. And there was one instance where they were reviewing, I think it was Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube, and they were looking for things to knock off points. And one criticism was, why are there only Mario characters? They should add Zelda characters, Animal Crossing. Like, they docked points. I think it was Mario Tennis. Maybe it was Mario Golf. But it was a Mario sports game, and they were saying, or maybe it's Mario Kart. It was some kind of Mario, like, side game, and they were saying, like, we're docking points because it's only Mario characters. This is dumb. It should have, like, other Nintendo characters. And it's like, motherfucker, it's called Mario Kart. It's not called Super Smash Kart. I mean, and nowadays it has become Mario plus other characters Kart, which is cool, but that wasn't really the expectation back in the day. This was the GameCube era, I'm pretty sure, at least. So that was like it was just like an odd thing to knock. Like, there's other critiques to be made against these games. Why focus on just weird, nonsensical critiques like this when you could spend your time pointing out other shortcomings, at least in my opinion. So I don't know, just weird decision making, you know, from like a journalistic critiquing perspective. But again, in all fairness, I'm pretty sure IGN has, like, improved a lot since, and that was a long time ago. This was 15-20 years ago, so it's not as bad. Time to burninate? Hell yeah. We were already lighting shit up and burning down the fauna and flora, so we were already kind of burninating the countryside, but now we can burninate it that much better. The super bomb, yeah, that's a really good example, Bumrocky, and I think that's where this game does a little bit nicer, where there's a better job with conveyance thanks to the advent of the scan visor. Because yeah, in Super Metroid, well, you kind of had a scan visor, kind of, sort of, but it didn't really work that way. Like, it didn't work in the way that this game does, that it does in this game, at least. So yeah, to your point, Bumrocky, yeah, that's like an area where you don't know necessarily how it's supposed to work. Or at least it's harder to know how it's supposed to work. Let's get these guys. There we go. Still knock him. Yeah, get his ass. So yeah, the issue of conveyance. How do we convey to the player the kinds of things that the power bombs can do? The kinds of things that, like, are at your disposal now that might not be super obvious. And this game, I think, at least does a better job of that. And there's a few parts in Metroid Fusion that have some similar kinds of things. But, yeah, the only reason I knew about these powerbomb thing in that particular tunnel is because I've watched speedrunners do it. So that's really my only excuse for why I knew about it. Otherwise, I would have had the exact same issue that Bumrocky would have had. Also, Derek, good to see you, bud. Too many boobs. Yeah, or too much boobs. Yeah, sorry. Boobs are too rockin'. Too many. Sorry, too many tits. Sorry, we're afraid of boobs. Missile as beam currency. Yeah, it is interesting, and I like it a lot. Oh, these things. Can I just hit you with regular shots? No, I cannot. Yes, and regular shots don't do shit. Gotta be a charge shot, baby. Bam. Go up. But yeah, the missile beam as currency. Yeah, it's an aspect that I like a lot. I know that shine sparking in Fusion as well as Super Metroid. What did that use? It didn't use missiles. I guess it used energy, like health. That is. Because I'll admit I've done very little shine sparking. I guess it depends on like the style of the shine spark, but yeah, it's like it would use something else as currency. But yeah, missiles as currency makes sense. Even though some special moves use like so much energy. Well, actually no, should I just YOLO it? Ouch, ouch. Okay, well last time I was able to do that without taking any damage, but I didn't get as lucky that time. I'm gonna freeze him and then melt his ass to death. Oh, what? Oh, what? Yeah, because a charged thermal, oh, okay, it has to be charged though. A charged not thermal magma shot will fuck him up entirely. There we go. Yeah, one charged magma beam will delete them entirely. There's another one floating around up here somewhere. Yeah, see, look at that instant kill, which is kind of dumb, honestly, but I love it. Smash Bros. Commercial, it was very good, yeah. So happy together, and they're all like frolicking in the fields and having such a nice time, and then I think Mario first trips Yoshi and it just starts this cascade of violence. Such a good time. It would use stealth. I think you're right. I think you're right, Cersei. I think it used stealth. I think there was also a shine spark move because there's like a bunch of like hidden shine spark techs, like hidden shine spark techniques that did other cool things. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going up, by the way. Oh, wait, no, we're good. We arrived here and we're descending. Okay, that's right. Sorry, okay. I panicked for a second thinking I'd goofed. No, we're good. No goofs yet. This is a goof-free zone. Oh, but I shouldn't have gone down this way, should I have? Oh, I see it now. I was misreading the map. No, we went the right way. The tricky part is that we have to go up and then, like, kind of go up and around. Gotta get up to get down. But yeah, that's one thing that I really like about Super Metroid. And Castlevania Symphony of the Night had similar things where there were like hidden techniques that the game wouldn't explicitly tell you about, so you'd be rewarded for experimenting and for buying them what's it called, the player's guide, the player's manual, that kind of thing. Let's do it this way. It's so weird how that is so effective. But yeah, you would get rewarded for experimenting or for buying the player's guide. And your reward would be these like cool techniques. I think there was like one shine spark technique that would give you a full heal at the expense of like a bunch of missiles and or super missiles or something like that. There were like some really clever ones. So it was kind of neat. And Bumrocky's got a video. Oh, a videos. Let's get down to that elevator, then we're gonna watch that shit. Then I'm going to melt these guys real quick. I think I might know what this is from Bumrocky. And I'm excited all the better. Whoop! Exactly, mean to fall down. Well, we'll go ahead and kill these guys so I can get a little bit more health back. And by a little bit, I guess I mean it's that 110 guy, which I can't quite reach, so never mind. Fuck it. There's the elevator. The Zelda Loftwing, yeah. And the Dread amiibo, that's right. Yeah, there was like a Dread amiibo. There was like a few like combo amiibo packs that looked really cool. I only have a handful of amiibo, admittedly. I'm an amiibo scrub.
But I do appreciate them, and I appreciate a couple of friends of mine that have really good collections. One of which has, like I said, Josh has. He's got them all, man. Got retail. That's legit. Yeah, paying retail as opposed to like getting them slightly after the fact when the scalpers come in and make it a little bit tougher for the rest of us, which is no funsies. I'm gonna blow these up so I can get the health a little bit low. Not low. I'm doing fine, but we've got health to be restored, so I might as well. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, trying to like pre-order them or maybe order them on release day like that. Yeah, was frustrating for a lot of folks. Blip. There he is. Because yeah, some of them are or were hard to get, and like I said, yeah, in some cases, like in Josh's case, he had to go through like third-party sellers to get the ones from overseas, and he doesn't have literally all of them. There's a couple of like exclusive Japanese ones or like European ones that he does not have, and they're just too expensive to justify the costs. But just on that hope that he might be able to find, because like it's one of those things where if you have a keen eye and if you're very patient, you might be able to find a more affordable way of acquiring, like, you know, like checking the right kinds of sites that do international shipping, maybe eBay sellers. You might get lucky, and I think that's what he usually does. He just tries to look for the decent deals that are closer to retail. Because buying third party is going to be an expensive notion most of the time. Several from Japan. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he did as well. And it's like, it was a slightly higher markup, but it wasn't too bad. So it was relatively easy to justify it. Oh, there's one more. I'll just shoot him a bunch of times. So you can just stun lock him. It's great. Yeah, it wasn't too bad at the time. Yeah, there was like a really clear window where there wasn't an overabundance of stock in the States, but there was a pretty good abundance of stock in Japan. So Japanese sellers were able, I think at least that was what was happening. Japanese sellers were able to there was like a pretty good market for them to sell to Western audience members, listen to me, to Western collectors without too much trouble. Let's think about this. Going, we want to go down. Oh, I shouldn't have gone up then. I should have stayed down below then. What was I doing? So we should have gone. I think it's just not here. Because yeah, we're delving deeper into the mines, and let me think about this. Is there anything else we want to do on this floor? Oh wait. There's a thing over here. Oh, I get it. So that would lead. Let's think about this. We can't go that way though, can we? That's the quarantine area, and we would need. Shit. Let's think about this. Is there a grappling hook there? I don't think that there is. I think that was the issue. I think we don't have whatever suit allows us to like jump over that stuff. I think that's the problem. Should I go double check though? Maybe I should double check while we're on this floor. It wouldn't take very long, honestly. Because I want to see if we can just grappling hook across there. Because if we could, that would make our lives easier, but I just cannot remember for the life of me. So let's go back. Put it in reverse. Because that's the question. Is it a grappling hook chasm that we have to cross? Or is it like an impassable Phazon field that you just have to power through with the last suit upgrade? Didn't get into them until Breath of the Wild. Yeah, there were some Breath of the Wild ones that are amiibo that looked really cool. And to your point, yeah, there were some existing amiibo that had cool Breath of the Wild plugins and like additional components. One of which I don't have it. It's on the other desk over on not the other desk, but the other part of my desk on this side over here. Is the Twilight Princess Wii U Midna and Wolflink combo amiibo. I know that like has a cool Breath of the Wild addition to it, but I'm such a nerd, man. I don't know what I want to do with the Twilight Midna and Wolflink combo amiibo because I haven't opened it. It's still in the box, and I don't think it's a collector's item, like a huge collector's item, but it's enough of a collector's item where I feel like I should hold out for a Switch release. A Twilight Princess Switch release of some variety. Just because, yeah, I bought it at launch, the Wii U
for Twilight Princess. I bought it at launch and just kind of forgot. It's not that I didn't forget about it. I just never got around to it, and I kind of accidentally have collected it. I've accidentally just kind of turned it into a collectible now. So I don't want to like break it open just yet, but I want to play it. So I don't know, maybe I should just open it on stream or something like that. I don't know. I need to figure something out. Find these guys always a little bit tricky, but at least you get that first shot. It's a free shot. See, I'm not really much into collecting myself. I'm not really looking to. I definitely would never sell it, obviously. That's the other thing too. Like, why do I care? Like, why do I care if it is a collectible thing? Would I ever really sell it? I mean, I guess if it was like just impossibly valuable, like thousands and thousands of dollars, then maybe I would pony up the cash. But I don't think I would get. I would probably get like $100 maybe out of it, because the box is not pristine. It's like dusty. You know, it's like it would be, but it is still factory sealed. So it's like, I don't know if it's that valuable, really. Oh, there's still a bad guy somewhere. Oh, there he is. I see him. So let's just go ahead and jump down. Use the computers as cover. The Wolf-Link one? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, yeah. The box is really cool, too, yeah. Yeah, like, that's the thing, like, like Josh, this friend of mine that I'm referencing earlier, yeah, like, I think most of his are opened, and he has them, like, on display. Of course, there are people that do the collectible pop figures, and they leave them in their boxes, like, that kind of thing. I'm not here to knock that, obviously, it's just not what I'm after. Like, I'm not really much for collecting myself. Oh, you're fucking here. Wow, that's surprising. This is a small little area to fight this guy, too. Looks like he does not have the missile pack thing. Am I damaging him? With my fire? Yes, I am fire. Oh, ouch. I am damaging him, I think, when he doesn't have his hand up. Up to the hand, because the face ain't listening. So the face ain't taking damage. The hand sucks it all up. He's giving me the suck. Turns out I'm gonna suck him prematurely. It's a suck off. Who can suck the other the best or something? I don't know. I'm making it weird. Without the missile pack though, it makes it kind of awkward trying to shoot him when he has his hand up, and he has his hand up a lot. Really annoying just fighting those guys. It's a game of patience. Full health though, hell yeah. Rule drips up, right? Like, I'm sorry, what, Alex? What the actual shit? The Loftwing one, yeah. Box art just so nice, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like you don't wanna taint the box art and its beautiful pristineness. I mean, I guess you could keep the box as well, but it's not the same. I understand. Thanks for just like sitting here while I like poke all these guys out. Like, look at this. The other guys aren't even like approaching. They're just letting me onesie-twosie these lads from a distance. Thanks for being cool about this whole thing, guys. Is that the box art, Bum Rocky? Let me check this real quick. I'm curious. That's the cheese, dude. Oh, that is really nice. Yeah, the Loftwing with Zelda. That is really sweet. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That is really cool. And of course, there are some limited edition collectible amiibo that were only from certain retailers or from obviously certain countries, that kind of thing. And I bet some of those are semi-valuable at least, so I can understand wanting to preserve those. So we have these fools. And I think these aren't just the standard turrets. These aren't like the mega turrets with like giga armor. Bajillion armor. They're still kind of spicy. Oh, wrong one. After all that, this is a fairly lengthy process to get to the quarantine area. And of course, the Metroids are breaking out of prison. Shocking. Let my Metroids go. Oh, splash damage. Hey, that's cool. I didn't think that was going to work, but I'll take it. So yeah, we disabled the shields for these guys. That's so cool that the splash damage is that generous. I had no idea. Apparently I'm missing all my shots or something. There we go. I was gonna say, if I just wait for him to lunge towards me. Okay, so anyway, this theory in question, and it's radioactive and would make my nuts explode if I were to jump down there. And yeah, no grappling hook. That was a part I couldn't remember. I remember not seeing one, but we didn't have the grappling hook last time we were here. So maybe there was something I just didn't see. But no, confirmed. No grappling hook. You would have to just tank the damage or have the suit upgrade that lets you do it. And yeah. So now, my apologies, we do have to go all the way back. But I was thinking that would be a really slick way to get to our destination, if possible. But that's okay. Now we know. I do want to traverse that area at some point, because I think there might be more cool shit on the other side. Good news is that the bad guys shouldn't respawn, so it'll be pretty quick to get our asses back to where we came from. Oh, I lied, apparently. Apparently, they do indeed return. Oh, that would be a good time to use the... Let's use it now, actually. Oh, this splash damage isn't quite that generous. Yeah, let's try... right there. Okay, well, it hurt them, but it didn't kill them. It froze both of them, though, which is cool. It's so odd how they're rooted in place. They're not, like, going in for melee or anything. They're just literally chilling. They're chilling, and they are kind of like villains right now. So never mind. So some bad guys will respawn. That's not as good. Not as ideal. Now there is a save point. Might as well hit this while we're here. My tea beverage is empty, so now it's back to water. So we have to go up, right? Yeah. The little bonus platforms are. Okay, and they did not respawn for the third time. Here we go. It's these platforms over here. I remember trying to cheese it with the top of that monitor on that, like, workstation on the side, but I couldn't find a way to do it. Maybe speedrunners could find the perfect polygon to stand up on in order to make that jump, but the safe strat is just to take the platforms on the other side of the room. There we go. So, the indication that we've gotten is that there's some kind of extra spicy mobile Phazon energy source that's been detected. I think what's going to happen is that we're going to get there, and it's going to be Ridley, and it's going to be the Ridley fight. And it's not the final boss, but it's like the second to final really significant boss. Like, there might be like a few other like little miniature boss fights of sorts, but I'm pretty sure the Ridley fight in this game, or Meta Ridley rather, is like the second to last big one. So Ridley is never the final boss in any of the games, I don't think at least, but he is a very iconic one. So he's the Lancelot to the game's King Arthur, but except they're bad guys instead. Yeah, this metaphor kind of falls apart, but he's the Darth Vader to the Emperor Palpatine. You know, he's not the big bad, but he is a pretty popular big bad. Thanks for just standing still while I shock your nuts off. Thanks for that. As he slumps down. It always amuses me, the ragdoll physics in this game. And I'd forgotten that ragdoll physics even existed in this game, so it was a kind of nice touch. So we're going back this way. We need to take the elevator down. Yeah, this way. You guys calm down. You kids calm down back there. Woo! I wonder if the... Not that much these guys, I was more thinking the, super pirates, or what are they called? Like the elite pirates? I was wondering if they were gonna respawn. I wouldn't want for them to necessarily, but I'm just wondering if we have to deal with them again since we had to fight one or two earlier. So I should probably get a... I wonder if I can just get a quick kill against these guys. Yep, you absolutely can. Because a fully charged magma shot is enough to instant kill these guys, so... When they're on the ceiling, they're just sitting ducks. Or... Although they're sitting like bats, so maybe they're sitting... They're sitting bats or something. I don't know. It doesn't really work. So there we go. Let's take that path. Let's keep on going. And here we go. Flop. I actually haven't watched Simple Flips in a while. Oh, he's got the magma guy. Look at that. There's the magma friend. I mean, we can guess, yeah, the plasma trooper. Oh, yeah, plasma beam, not magma beam. Same thing. Reverse engineered several parts of your weapons. That's right, yeah. Vulnerable to their own weapon type. Still quite potent, yada, yada, yada. It's inevitable. We knew these guys were going to exist eventually. And you can light them on fire, and they're susceptible to Phazon. Okay, that's nutty. I'm surprised they can be lit on fire. And I'm also surprised they're susceptible to Phazon, but I guess a lot of things probably are. Those guys are as well. Alright, well, good to know. Surprised they get, like, bodied by a charge shot. Oh, it's because it pushed them back, that's why. So in this guy's case, he's already against the wall, so we can't knock him into the Phazon. There's oh yeah, Ragdoll in 2042. I haven't seen any content from Battlefield 2042 yet. I know it just came out a day or two ago, I think. And I have a couple friends that like it so far, but yeah, I haven't, like, followed up on it at all. Are there like, goofy physics? Because I do enjoy some goofy physics-y glitches in modern video games, or older video games, even. He's on fire. It makes sense that fire damage would fuck him up, come to think of it. There we go. I just like to see how the fire damage works. How it interacts with them. That was satisfying. Oh, there's a thing here. Right. Alright, so anywho. So magma door down that way, but we don't really have the health to sustain it. Or to tank it, rather. How would we do this? Like more caverns. Wasn't there another magma door we could take? The problem, of course. Oh, maybe we can just... Well... We can go through that door, but we're gonna take some damage, aren't we? Maybe... Let's think about this. Maybe we're just expected to tank the damage then. Because, yeah, I was thinking there was something else we were supposed to do here. Like another red door elsewhere. There are no other red doors. Magma doors, that is. And that will lead us to where we need to be. There's no other save points. I guess we saved fairly recently earlier, so we're fine. Yeah, I guess we just tank the damage then, so... Got a lot of health, so we'll probably be okay then. It's just really goofy and fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I enjoy some goofy physics-y shenanigans in older or newer video games, so I am down. And the hydrate. Yeah, health check and hydrate check. Thank you, JD. Looking out for my health in real life and in video games. But here we go. Oh, I can't even stand there. Okay, so you gotta just hop, skip, and jump. Now, the damage is annoying, but we probably could have tanked the damage in the Metroid quarantine area. We probably could have done it that way if we really wanted to. So it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it'd be. It was bad, but not like horrible. Let's look how the Phazon looks in the thermal visor. That's kind of neat. Control system. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I should have just gone the other way then, dude. Oh, I'm an idiot. Can I... Oh, it's an E-tank. Oh, interesting. It might be the final E-tank, actually. Can't blow it up. Gosh darn it. I'm such a doofus. I really thought this was the way we were supposed to go. So never mind. I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just tank the hits from this area. I was right the first time. You're supposed to tank the hits up here. And then take the elevator down and then go all the way around to get to this area. Darn it. Well, now I have to do more backtracking. I feel bad about this. I know backtracking is not the most exciting thing to watch on a Twitch stream, but the good news is it won't take us terribly long. And of course, we'll get our health back with the save point that we had earlier. It's like, damn it, man! I should have stuck to my guns earlier, man. Enter demon. Oh, and take a drink. You got it, bud. And of course, major shoutouts to our Discord server. If you think to yourself, man, I want to see more of those time warp scans. If you want to see any previous ones that we've done on stream, you can see all of them on the Discord server. They have all been uploaded to my Discord server. We have a time warp scan channel where all redeemed time warp scans end up. It's where they all live and frolic and prosper together. So if you need more time warp scan shenanigans in your life, that is a excellent source to find them. We're doing well in our team. It's good to see you. Of course, this is Monday, and not only is it a Monday, but it's a Monday, for me at least, back from being on, just having the week off last week. And of course, the first day back from like a staycation or a vacation, what have you, is always a bit of a bummer. You know, it's always like, oh man, I'm having to get back to the grind, but it's okay. It wasn't too bad. Didn't have like a crazy number of meetings or emails waiting for me, so I can't complain too much. So it was all right. As far as Mondays back from a vacation, staycation goes, this one was the opposite of it was not horrible. I wouldn't say it was the opposite of horrible, but it was not equal to horrible. I'm sure it's yes. Tell me more, streamer. That's right. Yeah, we got the whole Discord server or channel full of them. That's right. It's robot genitalia that I'm placing my mouth upon sensually. That's right. It's 18 plus now. First day back, yeah, that's how it goes. Yep, that's how it goes. Inner Demon has done a lot, and they're more often than not very silly and very funsies. Even if I fuck them up, I still have a fun time with them, honestly. I was about to say, like, sometimes I screw them up, but even when the screw-ups happen, they can still be fun. So, no regrets. This invisible guy's gotta get the heck out of Dodge. That's what I think. I don't care so much about health, because we're gonna get health back when we get the save point hit, but I am looking for missiles to restore. There's some good ones, so yeah, I do enjoy them a lot. It's one of our most recent channel point incentives, and yeah, it's one that I'm very, very proud of. Like, I'm really happy to have added that one. And I didn't, to be clear, I didn't like invent or think of the time warp scan. It's something that probably a lot of us have seen on TikTok or Instagram. See you later, fuckers. Yeah, I'm just ignoring them entirely. But it's obviously it's not something that I invented, and it's not even something that I'm the first person to utilize on Twitch even. I was first made aware of this thanks to a friend of the channel. His name is Schmoops. Schmoops Otter. He is a friend of the channel and a fellow variety streamer, and he has a similar but a little bit different time warp scan redemption on his channel. His is a little bit different in that he just kind of does it really quick. He doesn't like take input on how to do it. He just does it himself. And he doesn't save the screens or anything. It's more of just a very quick and dirty little fun bonus thing. So when I saw him do it on his stream, I was like, I need to like find a way to put my own spin on this. And I love it a bunch. It's very silly. There we go. It's a good way to announce your arrival. I agree. To make one's presence known. Some people enjoy the warp scan, some people like a good nut or a good dab or even a nut dab sometimes. Ouch. So everyone has their own specialties, which I'm definitely down for. Oh, it's this one. There's a save point. Oh, that I missed in the previous stream. Do I want to go back for that save point? You know, probably wouldn't be a bad idea since there are no save points down here. Yeah, I probably should get that save point. It'll be fast. I made it meme. That's right. Yes, it's for the memes, and I would have it no other way. Yeah, what if I just freeze them and don't commit? Don't follow up. Ouch. Like, so we get full health anyway, so who cares, right? Only 3 times, yeah. Sometimes double, maybe even triple save. You cannot be too sure. Just because you don't know if the heavily modded game you're playing might crash on you, which we did see happen a few times last time, so, you know. It's acutely on my radar. Oops, hit the wall. I'm just freezing them just to piss them off. Ouch. Ouch. Stop shooting me, guys. You're supposed to let the good guy win. That's how it works. I have plot armor or something. There we go. I was thinking, like, what if I can angle the shot to blow up the boxes next to it? That's satisfying. So now here we are in Metroid Zone, and it's time to tank some Phazon damage. Oh, you're not dead yet. Why are you not dead yet? Oh, you have... Oh, they're invincible when they do that. Oh, good to know. Oh, we got that shit. All right, time for the stuff. And get him. There we go. Yeah, if you get them right when they're in, like, mid-lunge, then it ain't too bad. There we go. Plot armor is... It's on the other... It's on back order, right? Yeah, that explains it. The floor to... Oh, you think there might be a tunnel to lead me across? Let's use our thermal vision. It's kind of dark in here. So like a tunnel I should use? Or I could use? Or maybe X-ray is better. Oof. So bright. Like, see if there's like a cool little tunnel. As if we could like tunnel underneath that area, that'd be really slick. When you inevitably forget, you save. Yeah, that happened to me too, Whale. It's good to see you, Whale. Yeah, I just forget that I've saved. That's happened too. Little big stretch. Oh, that was right. The turret room. Yeah, you're right. I do forget about the tunnel. I just get so excited getting to kill the turrets. The other part of it is that I did want to get some health back if possible, and we did get back up to full health, which is nice. But yeah, sometimes I just plain forget that it even exists. If I could just like cheese it by jumping on these guys. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a part I hadn't considered as well. Can't make this jump. Unless it's an invisible thing. Oh, there's platforms here. Oh, what the fuck? How did I miss those? Oh, because they're invisible. Oh, that's how I missed them. Okay. The joys of invisible technology. We'll jump from these guys. So another thing where if you were a speedrunner, you probably don't need the X-ray visor to be able to see that shit. But it is nifty. It is satisfying getting the timing on that just right. This one's just right. Bunch of chubby little jelly babies. That's right. They're almost cute. Sometimes they're, well, in rare instances, in a few choice instances in the game, they can be cute, but otherwise they're more scary. Stressful to deal with. Right. So how do I get up there? Oh, more invisible platforms. I should have known. Ah! Oh, that's gonna explode. Look how hot the mushroom is. This is a hot mushroom. Holy fuck. Spicy mushroom. Here it is, yes. Hot mushroom. Let me tell you about my hot mushroom. Yeah, I told her about my hot mushroom and she did not call me back. Now, can I super bomb this? You can. Oh, that's nifty. Because it's Bendizium. That explains it. It's all becoming clear. And look at that. Suddenly, this is now a whole different story. So now, what do we do with this? Let's find out. A hot mushroom. Or the not mushroom. Oh, no, it's the word hot, yes. Bendizium. Bendiz nuts. or something. But this is gonna lead to some missile packs or something. It's indeed what it is. Bullshit. I was more excited about the shortcut, although I don't know if the shortcut is really reachable from the bottom areas necessarily, so I don't know how really helpful that is, but it's neat. Just walk along the top. Yeah, you probably can't jump high enough for this to really work out for you, but it's nice to know that it exists. And once again, no rolling animation, or maybe a very light rolling animation, but it's mostly just kind of sliding along the wall. Alright, Ridley, we're happening upon your shit. Get ready to get bodied by our bullshit. Alright, Ridley. God has allowed me to live another day, and I'm about to make that everybody else's problem, including yours. Or Phazon, by the way. Can't say I'm surprised. Also, these are new rooms. We get to, like, scan and explore things, which is kind of nice. What this? Level 3. Electric, not... It's, you know, part 2 Electric Boogaloo. This is part 3 Electric Jubilee. Descending even deeper into ground zero of sorts. The rolling animation. Well, usually you do get a rolling animation. Like, usually it does roll more often, but sometimes on the spider ball, it kind of like just not hovers, but just kind of slides, which is kind of fun. I think it's more like colliding with the wall in a weird way, so it's probably an unintended bug, but I kind of like it in a weird way. Why can't Metroid crawl? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Awful Devil. It's like we're gonna lose him by the time we get to the next game anyway, but at the beginning of the next game, but well, it's nice when we have him now, though. It's great. Just getting sucked into nothingness. Some mushrooms, lots of Phazon radiation mushrooms, which apparently have been, like, heavily incorporated into the space pirate diet, for better or for worse, sometimes to disastrous effect. Is that a new friend? Oh, it's the Hunter Metroids, that's right. The Spider Ball Slide. It's almost as catchy of a dance move. You have a scarily accurate Patrick Star impression, well, it's something to embrace. It's something to wear as a badge of honor. Have to be careful, this guy has a ranged attack. Too damn bad for him, though. Mobile source, tell me more, game. Game's like, Alex, you really gotta go this way. It's like, I know, I'm working on it. I've tried to go here earlier, but you wouldn't let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I bet using the ice beam against that lad is still the solidest, solidest of choices. Yet that's still the best way to do it, because it takes several magma shots to fuck him up, so. Ice is nice. What am I doing? Listen. These guys are strong. But not strong enough. Explanation for Samus's loss of powers. That's good. Yeah, because sometimes it's a little silly, and like a little bit contrived. I'm not bothered by that per se, but yeah, it is. You know, like the introduction for this game, for instance, it's a little bit, like really, like the explosion knocked her back, and she hit the wall in just the right way where she lost literally all the stuff, like literally all the juice. Like, I feel like she sustains worse injuries in other parts of this game and other parts of other games, but only in this game, in the intro, is that a problem. So that's a little bit silly to me. Also, I'm gonna go back so I can be on the top path. I feel like there might be something cool on the top path. I want to be a cool gamer guy. So yeah, sometimes it's a little bit silly. At least it's, and I know I bag on Other M probably too much, because I know there are people that legitimately do like the game, but we have to call attention to Other M. Samus, you are not authorized to use those missiles that you already have, and you're not, you know, part of the military, but we're still going to tell you that you can and cannot use your own equipment. Because thank goodness, you know, we have this person of authority to tell us what to do, even though Samus is a bounty hunter who does her own shit. Oh my god, it's something we rag on constantly, that I rag on constantly. I'm sure it gets annoying, but goddamn, it's just so absurd to me that they thought that was a cool narrative device. What this? Tell me about the Bendizium. Yes! Let's fuck it up. Fuck you. Oh, wrong button. I got confused for a second, Awful Devil. For a minute, I thought you said Prime 2. I thought for a minute you said Pikmin 2. And I was like, wait, Pikmin 2 describes Metroid? What the hell? Because I played Pikmin 2 a few years ago. Can't remember that happening. Whoa, oh, we gotta go fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. And... Now, what's this gonna have? Oh, do I tank the damage? Oh, that might hurt. What are we gonna get out of it? It might just be a shortcut. I don't quite know. We'll see if we can come back. Again, I'm holding out for one more suit upgrade. Phazon that. Hooked the gear a little bit. Yeah, yeah. That'd be legit. Of course, it would have to be in. Oh yeah, on the space station. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, she narrowly escapes, but loses a bunch of shit in the process. I mean, liquid Phazon is like, you know, mega radiation stuff, mega, like, liquid uranium. I don't know. It's pretty spicy. I got the one behind. All right, sure, we'll take it. Tricky because the ice beam fires very slowly. Like the fire rate is pretty slow. Other obvious things to scan. Actually, I could be using this thing instead. Just tricky when you don't get a direct shot. That, for instance. Right, 2 doors. One to the left. On to the left of me. Progress to the right. Just get this. Whoop! Woo! It's really dark and spooky in here, man. Knocked against wall. Exactly, yeah. Just hit wall, hit wall and hurt. that's like the extent of that one. This is a map zone, I think. Yes. Or maybe it's missiles, actually. Is it maps or missiles? Missiles, okay. Well, I think we already had full missiles. I would rather a save point, honestly, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, we already have the map zone. Map unlocked thingamajig. Although, in all fairness, there's not a lot of missile zones in this game. Like, only, I guess, 2 total, maybe? We've only seen 2 so far. The other door is... Yeah, if we just keep going this direction, we'll see it. Oh, can I not jump that? Oh! Okay, we're fine. I was scared about falling into the Phazon juices. Eeh. Oh, it's so dark and scary. Oh. That's sneaky. Wow. It's so dark. Wow, how do you... Let's see, how do we get to that? Ah! Do I just bomb you? Yeah, wow, that's sneaky. Holy moly. I guess I need to be using the X-ray and or thermal vision more often. Yeah, that'd be an early indication for how spicy Phazon is. You're right. Yeah, so that'd be like a nice little kind of like heads up to be like, yo, Samus, this shit, don't fuck around. Look what it just did to your armor and your equipment and shit. Melt that shit away. Yep, shit. There we go. That was the ticket. That was the key.
Got more of these fools. Oh, but they're invisible, I think. Invisible enemies now. What will they think of next? Look at the or not particle effects. Just look at the the effects of their projectiles. It's kind of neat. It looks so cool and spooky in X-ray mode. Like it. Now the good news is that we're gonna kill Ridley in a single shot. Not in a single shot, literally, but with a single try. Got nothing to worry about. He's gonna be a chump. We're gonna prove that Dynamo is indeed the hardest boss in the game because that's the only one I've died to. Empirical evidence suggests Dynamo hardest boss confirmed. More of it down here too. Hey, Chimichanga, what's up, bud? She's OP, that's correct. I didn't mean to startle them. What I wanted to do was knock them into the Phazon, but I don't know if that's really doable from that angle necessarily. He's gone. We have a spider ball and a grappling hook spot. That's neat. Whoop. There we go. Down he goes. Some kind of lore. Doesn't react the same way. If they were to phase it, yeah, I mean it would make sense. I think that would not be a big stretch. I feel like that's less of a stretch for sure than Samus hit wall, therefore armor gone. Sad face. But you know, sometimes when you play great games, sometimes they have parts that are a little bit silly, a little bit contrived, and we leave our brains at the door for part of it. So I'm not too bothered by it, but yeah, it's a little silly. Your friend, oh, jeez, I'm sorry, Chimichanga. And then on Friday, yeah, but your brother, good lord, man, that's an awful, I mean, that kind of news is never good, but then, yeah, right on the heels of another tragedy. I'm sorry to hear that, man, that's awful. Yeah, 2020, yeah, no kidding, man, the last couple, probably weeks in your case for 2021, that is awful. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, that sounds incredibly tragic for you and your family and for your friend's family, jeez. Just horrible stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's what can be said? What can be said other than, yeah, just that shit is awful, and it can only be acknowledged as such. There's really no way to sugarcoat it. It's like, yep, this shit is, that's just fucked, man. Yeah. Yeah, that is awful times. That is awful times. It's not really my business to share it, but yeah, there's some bad stuff going around because yeah, I've got a friend of mine who's got some pretty rough health issues happening right now, so you know, don't want to be too much of a naysayer necessarily, obviously, but yeah, it's there's I mean, these things just happen, obviously, you know, it's not like there's anything in the air necessarily, but it's unfortunate when these things happen in quick succession. You have one awful tragedy that happens and it's like, well, okay, this is awful, but you know, if it's happening by itself, I can deal with it, but you get multiple tragedies all at once like that, it's like, fuck, man, what? Give me a fucking break, life, what the hell? Get that guy from here, there we go. Have a lot of enemies, though. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes, but it doesn't make it any less, obviously less awful to have to deal with. Fracture's present, can I break that shit? Or maybe bombs? Or maybe it's super missiles. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. More missiles. Aha, we get that shit. Yeah, no, I mean, no, that's exactly it, Chimichanga. You shouldn't have to deal with it. It's not fair. It's not fair to you or to your brother or for the rest of your family, for that matter. And of course, it depends on medical options available to your brother, you know, when it comes to various ways to treat it. I mean, depends on how far along it is. I mean, you know, nothing is guaranteed at this point as, you know, good or bad. But yeah, that shit is scary, and it should be taken seriously for sure. Yeah, like I said, this friend of mine has got some health issues right now. It's, you know, it's serious for sure, and he's getting treatment and whatnot. But you know, a lot of us are worried, understandably.
Right on Friday, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's stressful though. It's really stressful, and it's worth taking seriously. But yeah, it's like all we got to do is just see what the doctors say. See what the doctors say, what their advice is, and how to go about it. Just do what we all can, right? Do what you all can, rather. You know, just do the best to support him and you know, your brother, that is. And it's not much you can do, unfortunately. But it's cold comfort, but it's at least something to hope for some good news, maybe, or some not bad news at least. Mega Pirate Absorption. Oh, they're like hand absorption thing. I think they're talking about. It's effective against beam weaponry, which is what we have. It says it can't handle missile attacks, but it seems like it just blocks missile attacks. Maybe that's what they're saying. They're saying like missiles can like get past it, but it won't damage anything necessarily. Pokemon BDSP. What's BDSP? Is that the remake of oh, Diamond and Pearl? Right, yeah, Diamond and Pearl. That's right. I should know that. So that'll be this Friday. Yeah, that makes sense because I know it's coming up pretty soon. It's probably pretty obvious. I'm not tracking it like personally, but I have a number of friends who are excited for it, so I'm excited for them to have something to look forward to. Omega Pirate lifespans are very low. Turns out injecting them with literal Phazon and like radioactive bullshit causes rapid cell degeneration, so no subject lived longer than 2 decacycles in our simulations. So yeah, they have to be increased to be cost effective, right? Yeah, turns out injecting super soldiers with mega radiation can lead to some bad things. Who fucking knew it? Who fucking knew it, man? You know what? Seriously, I was actually thinking it, and I didn't say it, but in my mind, I was like, is that like a Pokemon BDSM mod? Like, I was about to get excited, but oh, never mind. It's the normal game. I know. But to see Venom, yeah. How was it good? I haven't seen it myself. Actually, I haven't seen the preceding Venom movie either. Yeah. BDSM Pokemon game. Can you? Yeah, Pikachu in a ball gag. Can you fucking imagine? Oh my god. Switch Online. Oh, the family plan. Oh, that's nice of you to offer to me, Chunky. No, I'm already set with the Switch stuff. So I'm already set. But I appreciate the offer. It's very sweet of you. I mean, the family plan. It's nice. It's very cost effective, but it is still expensive. Obviously, $80 a year is not cheap. But it is nice if you have a number of folks to go in on together. As we continue to observe the development of Project Helix's elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance, but for 2 decacycles only. They live very, very briefly. Incredibly resistant to damage, ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays of our ground forces. They are not as quick as typical pirates, makes little difference. With a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will have a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Unless Samus were to come in and take a dump directly into our Phazon tanks, reserve tanks, that's the only thing stopping us from world domination, global or galactic domination even. It's a good thing Samus isn't here to shit on our plans. And then Samus walks in like, hew. Ready to cause a ruckus. Any other scannable things? Yeah, like 15 bucks pop. No, I appreciate it, no, but I'm all set on my end, but it's very generous of you to offer. For the whole year. Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, I remember when like Smash Ultimate came out, and understandably, people were sometimes frustrated with the lack of dedicated servers, how the peer-to-peer connections can be kind of spotty, especially if you're overseas. And one common thing I've seen across the board is people being like, I pay $20 a year for Nintendo's online service. And it's like, yeah, understandably, it's sometimes the servers, or lack of servers even, sometimes the net play on games like Smash Brothers can be frustrating. But yeah, that's the thing though. It's like $20 a year isn't really that bad, thankfully. That's of course before the N64 service came about. $50 a year for that is kind of spicy. That is a little bit expensive, obviously. Whereas $15 a year, like Chimichanga was saying, is a little bit more affordable. Quite a bit more affordable. See, I feel like the regular Nintendo Online service is pretty alright. It's like, if you're buying it only for online Smash, you're not gonna have a good time. But if you like the NES Online stuff, or SNES Online,
You know, and I get what was the other stuff like cloud backups. Like there's like nifty features that it offers. So it's like I feel like that's pretty worth $20 for a year. That is pretty good. But yeah, if you only play Smash Online, then yeah, it's probably not very good though. It's probably not a worthwhile investment. So it's just a matter of, you know, it's like, am I getting my money's worth out of it? I gotta go back up. the illegal Phazon, that's right, she's got the illegal dosages of Phazon. A Deca cycle is maybe 20 years, and yeah, it's like, I guess it depends on how quickly we're revolving around the sun. Skyward Sword HD, I have not. I'll probably pick it up eventually. There's a number of Zelda games I want to play before I get to Skyward Sword HD, but yeah, I do want to play it. I've heard pretty good things. I've heard, like, mostly good things about the HD version with the new control scheme, so I'm very curious about it. Although I liked the motion controls back in the day, too, so I wouldn't be opposed to just doing with the motion controls again. Phazon radiation warning is still in effect. Yeah, it's probably still not good for you, honestly. Do not enter a processing area without level 8 radiation gear. Prolonged exposure is 100% fatal. Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me, that makes sense. Excuse me while I belch loudly. Sorry about that. Makes sense that would be a slight problem. Production at 187% and rising. Holy moly, they're popping off with Phazon. Goddamn. Yeah, I've heard that they're better and also like than they were on the Switch, or on the Switch, on the Wii, that is, understandably, and also the like controller controls are pretty cool. Like the, what am I trying to say? Like the controller motion controls with the analog sticks. I've heard those are pretty nice as well. I think some people have said nicer things about the updated motion controls, but it seems like across the board there's a lot of nice ways to do it now. It's just nice. Also, look at this spooky looking area. We're indeed approaching something frightening. Or someone frightening. Got a fear bird. That's nice, Jimmy Chunga. That's nice of her. It's very good. Do we melt that shit? Hell yeah. We melt that shit. Oh, I wanted to scan it. No scans for us. And now I believe, my friends, this is where we're gonna fight a familiar friend. Did I say friend? I mean opposite of friend. Oh, never mind. We're fighting this guy. Or a few of them, maybe. I don't know. We're fighting some things. I was thinking we were gonna fight, you know, the big guy. Big man on campus. And the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Warbird.
Recording to logbook.
This is the Omega Pirate. Invisible to normal sight. We have a thing for that. Vulnerable when cloaked. Regenerates damage when it's exposed to Phazon, that is. The pinnacle of the elite pirate program. Should be handled with extreme caution and maximum firepower. And at least 12 condoms. Worn simultaneously. Metroid Prime Trilogy. I was reading something about that, Chimichanga. There was some speculation about the Metroid Prime Trilogy because it's been teased a couple times. People are like, when's it going to happen? Some people are theorizing that it might never happen. The reasoning behind that is the Switch Lite. Because the Switch Lite does not have any kind of way to do motion controls. There's still a gyroscope, obviously. But with, like, Prime 3, for instance, you need some kind of way to, like... I mean, unless they were to, like, add in some kind of non-motion control way to do, like, the stuff in Prime 3 that requires motion controls, for instance. So I guess you could maybe do it with the gyroscope, but it might be kind of clunky and it might not play very well. So, obviously, the Switch has regular... you know, the Joy-Cons that can separate from the console, and you can wave them around with motion controllers. But yeah, with the Switch Lite, you don't have that. So if they were to do Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Switch, they would have to mandate some kind of Switch Joy-Con controller input. So some people are theorizing that they might not even do the trilogy on the Switch because they wouldn't want to exclude Switch Lite owners or require a new controller for them. But what they might instead do is just remaster like Metroid Prime 1 or something like that. I don't know. And again, it's just speculation, nothing official, but that was one theory that some people had. Why Nintendo keeps like almost looking like they're gonna do it and then nothing happens. It's almost like they're experimenting with it, but they haven't fully committed. So I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I don't have any inside scoops, obviously, but that's just some outside, from the outside looking in kind of speculations. But it would be nice. I mean, it would be nice, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've been waiting for a while and it hasn't happened yet. That's why I decided I'm just going to go and emulate it myself. Metroid, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've heard Metroid Dread's really good. But it's really solid. WoW stream for sure. Yeah, we got some friends. There's a room over there. I bet I can activate him. We'll open up. I want to make a new best friend over here. Maybe the Skyward Sword treatment. Well, that's the thing. It's like if they could make some kind of alternate control scheme to make it playable with, like, not motion controls, but something else for Metroid Prime 3 specifically, then it could be doable because they were able to make that happen with Skyward Sword. So yeah, that is the question. Is there some way to do that with Metroid Prime 3? And maybe Nintendo's tried it, and maybe they haven't found it yet. Maybe they haven't found a control scheme that works well enough. Because Nintendo spends a lot of its time and energy trying to, like, how do we make something, you know, pass our bar, you know? How do we make it good enough, or how do we make it, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Of the proper amount of quality for us to sell it. So it's like if they just can't find a control scheme that they're satisfied with, that might be why they're holding off. So we'll see. We'll see. You connect it. Yeah, that's right. You would have to, like, purchase, you know, separate Joy-Cons, obviously. So if they're trying to avoid requiring Switch Lite owners to, like, buy a separate controller, because, you know, that would be frustrating for people. We've seen it ultimately times with the Wii specifically, where what the hell, I have to buy a new controller for this game? That's kind of bullshit. Like, if they're trying to weigh the costs and costs and benefits. Already scanned it, by the way. Looks like we can hit some things. I shot something just now. Omega part. Yeah, so he's sucking me real good right now. Yeah, I can hit his legs. I don't know what's the best weapon. I don't know if the Phazon Beam is the best per se. Shoot his legs. Yeah, leg day. Every day is leg day when you're a big old Omega Pirate lad. I'm waiting for him to, like, go invisible so I can fuck him up real good, but he's not doing it. Ah. There we go. Yeah, get fucked. So, yeah, so I guess we have to, like, break other parts of his armor first before he goes nude. Oh, right. Oh, back up into that shit, Alex. Don't do it. It's like there's a tricky position where you can stand to not get hit by the melee attack, but it's tricky. And he is, there he goes. I've been shooting that thigh for a while. God damn, I keep walking across that shit. Seems like the strat is just to keep your distance because the melee attacks. I mean, he drops his guard, which is good. It's not worth it because there's quite a bit of damage with his melee shots. Woo. There's an insider saying there might be 3 remade games. Maybe. I mean, you know, whenever it comes to, like, any kind of inside scoop like that, it's grains of salt. You know, a healthy grain of salt or 2 are best to be administered, because, you know, we've all had the Nintendo insider, quote unquote, that scoop that was, you know, maybe not fully accurate. So it'd be cool if there was something, but you know, I tend to be of the belief when I see it kind of camp. As yeah, if they were to do like 3 separate games, that would at least give them time to, like, kind of tease out how they wanted to do Metroid Prime 3 specifically. Or if it was a remake, I guess that's the thing. If it was a remaster, they'd have to figure something out with the control scheme, because that's an issue. If it's a remake, like, you know, making it entirely all over again, then I mean, obviously it's a lot more work, but they can do it however they want to. So they could cater it specifically to the Switch. And I guess 3 specifically is, you know, is not quite as like motion specific. Dude, drop your guard. Holy fuck. That's one thing that's annoying about this guy. I guess I could use missiles. Nothing else. So his armor's been fucked. What are you doing? It's gonna turn invisible probably. Where's he? Where are you? If I don't kill you, I know I'm gonna regret it, so I guess I might as well. Alright, where is this guy? There he is. Oh, he's hurting. Hurting for a squirtin'.
Oh, he teleports. Oh, shit. I want to get him before he starts healing up. Start healing and start feeling. Oh, we have different lads. I was gonna say, I can just focus this guy and just fuck them up. Maybe if I just ignore these guys. Oh, I should have shot him more times, because now he's got more armor pieces back. I want to get him before he gets fully back up. Oh, looks like he got fully back up, didn't he? Shit. So I did do another round of this then. That's okay. Get these guys real quick. Oh, right, his case. I can't even shoot these guys. Oh, there we go. If I just gotta get close. Oh, did he hurt his own buddies? That'd be cool. Hey, get out of my face. Stop sucking my shit. If there's anyone who sucks my shit, it's me. And whoop. Oh, your homeboy on fire. There he goes. Thanks for delivering more health to me, homies. Whoa, don't smack me, please. Probably another round or two. Well, 1 or 2 hits, rather. When he's vulnerable, will do the trick. Let's try missiles when he has the hand up. Oh, I could probably lock on, can't I? There we go. Yeah, lock-ins are much better. Actually, I should just be using missiles, honestly. Oh, they do bounce off, though, so it's not, like, always guaranteed. Give me some space. You're in my bubble. It's nice having to just wait for the magma beams to do the thing. There we go. It's much better. So this is categorically easier. I think the magma beam does more damage, but it's a little bit more reliable. He's got tiny little legs and a big torso, and probably a heavy torso too, for that matter. Ow, ow, ow. I think I've taken more damage from wandering into Phazon pools than from this freaking dude. Dude, stop eating my missiles, you dingus. Missiles aren't food. Maybe they are. Maybe they've been food this whole time. $40 a pop for the Prime trilogy? Well, let's be honest, it wouldn't be $40. It'd probably be 60. Nintendo has a weird track record lately of being like, here's the thing, we're gonna charge a little bit more for it than we probably ought to. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's easy for me to say. I mean, looking at it objectively, across history, that is, there he is. Video games are cheaper now than they've ever been, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's still like, you know, it's still a little silly that they're charging like so much for the Nintendo 64 thingamajig for the expansion, I suppose, for Switch Online. And some people were very bothered by how much they were charging $60 for, well, Skyward Sword HD. Understandably, it's a valid criticism. So it would probably be 60 for all 3 games, and that's not horrible. I mean, 60 for all 3 games is not bad. Much like how we got, you know, we paid 60 for the 3D All-Stars game. So now we got the motherfucking Phazon Suit. Okay, so the Phazon Suit, I think you keep until the very end. I think that's how it works. It's so fucking cool. I love how it looks, man. Every day is leg day, unless you're big Omega Pirate Man. Not our science project. Finish him, or finish her, rather. Oh, does he like say it? I didn't even hear it. Was he like saying it in English, or is it like in his space pirate language? So now we don't take Phazon damage, and I think we don't take lava damage either, but I don't know for sure. Health, look at that. If nothing else, it's more protection against things like lava, but yeah, that's pretty nifty. And it looks so darn cool. Look how cool we look. Oh, we're so cool. Oh, I fucking love it. Ah, I can't handle it. It's so neat. Wish I could go into a third-person mode so I could see our dope goth girl GF red black suit. Oh, it's so fucking cool. It is in English. Yeah, it's like distorted, but you can hear it. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I wasn't even listening for it. I should have had my volume up higher so I could have heard it. So I could have heard that.
Anything else in this room? Of course, there's the elevator going upwards. And I do believe, my friends, that is the final suit upgrade. I believe that's how it's all gonna go down. And we won't, I don't think we're gonna have it forever. We will lose it eventually, but it is good while it lasts. And it's very, very nice. It's like here's like a Phazon nodule. Hot. Part of the cards. Now, can I get to that energy tank that was on the other side of that other wall earlier? That'd be really neat. There'd be a way to open that shit up. Oh, maybe this. Oh, that's not it. That's how we got here. Aha! Oh, we just get it here. Okay, that's so much easier then. Is that the final energy tank? I think there's one more. Oh, and I know exactly where it is. We can probably get it now, actually. Time's right now. It's 12:42. We'll go for another half an hour or so. Open sesame. You can just waltz through the Phazon. The greatest of ease. Oh, it's a... Never mind. It's a glass Metroid. Ah! This is the Fission Metroid. It can split into two forms. It endeavors... or it endows the new creatures with invulnerability to most weapons, but it's unstable, resulting in a weakness to a type of weapon fire. And it's random, so good luck. Good. Yeah, they just keep popping. I think it's the face that's fucking them up. Ouch. Can I get this guy from a distance? No, I cannot. So, there was one part back at Magmoor, and actually we're pretty close to Magmoor, so I might grab that while we're in this neck of the woods. Look at that, that'd be perfect. So let's go back up top. Hit up Magmoor once again. Ouch. Get what I think is going to be the final energy tank, I think. And then start collecting artifacts, because I think we have everything that we could possibly need. For like the final confrontations and the final fights and everything else. All we have left is artifact times. And I think that'll be it. Oh, I was hoping you would fall down. Oh, wrong move. Wrong beam. This one. There we go. I'll shoot your foot. I'll do it. Oh, wrong one. I keep pressing 3. It's 2. Still not dead, by the way. One of these days I'm gonna land a shot. There we go. Holy shit. Oh, there's his corpse. It's falling on down. All crackly and cool. Actually, let's not go up that way. Let's go up this way. McMagic, what's up, bud? Good to see you, dude. Usually sleep. that means you have a normal and very healthy sleep schedule, which I respect. My sleep schedule has been very weird and all over the place lately, so I am the opposite of responsible. Good to see you, bud. It's extra crispy. That's right. It's extra crunchy. Like my face, and with a nice nice crunchy outer layer. There we go. It's always so fun just blowing shit up like that with reckless abandon. So we're going through... Yeah, we have to take... Oh, wait, no, we don't go up this way. We go... Where was it? Was it up top, I think? Yeah, we can access it from here, allegedly. So let's go this way. Oh, wrong way. Needs to be this one. There we go. See, we're going all the way up back to Magmoor. There we go. The best way to do that. Whoopsie daisy. Whoa. Best way to do that is to just take the upper path. However, there's a dude shooting at us, which I'm less excited about. That part's less nice. All of the fancy lads to fight these guys are probably... Oh, did that guy just get yeeted? Oh, he got yeeted real far. That was awesome. I didn't even see it happen. Of all of the beam lads to fight, those guys are probably the most annoying because you don't get any cool effects with the beam shot. You just get damage, and that's it. At least with the wave beam, you can stun them, and with the ice beam, you can freeze them. The plasma beam can like cause fire damage, but the power beam or the just regular power shot just does a little bit of damage. That's it. So there's no cool effects that you can like kind of capitalize upon. So it's just plain old damage. I could lock on, or we could be a gamer and no scope his ass. It's so cool, isn't it awesome? I love it. I mean, the ball is cool. The suit as a whole is cool. And of course, we're using some texture packs to make the game look extra pretty. It's already a pretty game, but it's like even nicer now. So the texture packs are doing a lot of the heavy lifting along those lines. But yeah, even still, it's doing a great job. Samus has got it going out. Do I like my chicken extra crispy? I do. It's true. I like my Phazon the way I like my chicken, extra crispy. There's probably a joke to be made like I like my Phazon the way I like my women, but I don't have a good follow-up. Radioactive and slowly murdering me. Yeah, that's not good. You don't want that. You don't want that in a partner. Fried chicken confirmed. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat some Phazon like blobs that are in the floor in the room we just came from. Just kind of gnaw on those for a little while. Dolphin texture pack. That's right. We're playing this through Dolphin. This is through a fork of Dolphin actually that is called PrimeHack. For anybody curious, here's the linky dinky. PrimeHack, there it is. And if you want to see the texture packs I'm using, Prime Textures, those are the 2 texture packs I'm using. One for in-game stuff and one for menus and like icons, that kind of stuff. That way when you press the pause button, instead of A button and start, you see things like space bar and left click, which is just kind of nice. So it's helpful. I mean, this next room right here. But yeah, I like it a lot, and I don't usually emulate games. I usually prefer to play like with, you know, Unreal hardware if I have it. Presuming that the game is, you know, not like some super obscure, like out of print game. If I'm playing like a game that is readily available, I usually like to play it on legit hardware if I can. But yeah, when emulating, sometimes you can do some cool texture pack stuffs. And Dolphin is a pretty darn good emulator. Some emulators are just kind of so-so in my opinion, but Dolphin's pretty darn good as far as that goes. So I'm pretty impressed. All right, so we've made it here. Let's see if we indeed can we live through lava. Ouch! No, we can't. All right, so we just got to tank the damage. So I was wrong the whole damn time. How do you open this? Maybe that's something I should have looked into. Oh, that's how you do it. That's the way you do it. You play on your guitar and you get your chicks for free. I hit all 3 of these, I think. There we go. This last one right here. There we go. Use a regular controller. Oh, you're not a huge fan of the GameCube controller? Well, that's the thing. I should have clarified. The reason I'm using a specialized fork of this game, like a specialized Dolphin fork for this game, is so that I can play with mouse and keyboard controls. So I'm not using a GameCube controller. I'm using a mouse and keyboard controls. Here's my mouse, my wireless mouse. I can just like demonstrate how silky smooth it is. Although my arm is not a very good mouse pad, obviously, but it's so nice. It's really nice. This is the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii that's being emulated, but the controls for the at least motion controls are mapped to the mouse in a very clean and efficient way, and I like it a bunch. Operating at full capacity. This channel door is open. Lava with it. Oh, it's cooled off. Oh, okay, so you just gotta let it get cooled off then. So that one's still sealed. This one's open. And it's been chilled out a little bit. So now, so presumably we'll do something over here that'll open that up. So we've actually been able to do this longer than I thought we would. It already exploded, but he still got it. Yeah, I was thinking we would have to like tank the damage or have some kind of suit upgrade that would let us go through the lava. I didn't realize there was already a way to do this. So we could have done this much sooner. So I didn't need to dilly-dally the way that I dilly-did. So now, we'll hop on. East channel door. Okay, so there's nothing in this room specifically. That's just to open the other door then. And open it we shall. Cool that lava. Cool the jets. Hell yeah. Oh, and it's timed though. That's how you do it.
Use the boost to get through. We made it. And now, hit this guy. The scanny. The scanny banani. Bump, 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 bump. Feels like it trivializes a little bit. Yeah, well, I mean, it does make the game a lot easier. I will readily confess. However, I do find that it helps at least a little bit to play on harder difficulties. So right now we're playing on veteran difficulty. Not because I'm a Metroid Prime veteran. I haven't played this game in like, well, not since it came out. And this game came out in 2002, so almost 20 years ago. It's been a while since I played it, but yeah, playing on veteran mode is a good counterbalance because we've had a number of pretty tough combat sections, and of course this game, in my opinion at least, is the challenge is not so much with the combat specifically and more about exploring and knowing where to go next and how to utilize your tools, that kind of thing. The combat is fun, obviously, but it's not like super hard. But it does make certain instances easier for sure. So yeah, like there are certain things that definitely do get trivialized. Because like, yeah, like with same thing when we played GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, I guess earlier this year and last year respectively, with mouse and keyboard controls. Same thing there. Yeah, we had to up the difficulty to like make it interesting, and it made it very interesting. Metroid or Perfect Dark in particular. Oh my god, some of those levels on like the highest difficulty kicked the shit out of me. Holy moly, that was. Oh, and we turned off auto aim, which helped as well. Turned off aim assist. So like there are ways to even the odds a little bit, but it definitely does change the game quite a bit. With that, we have all energy tanks now. We're missing 3 missile packs and maybe another 1 or 2 power bomb packs. So we're doing pretty well. I'm gonna say let's now start looking for artifacts, because there's several artifacts left. In fact, let's double check our list here. This would be Alan Horror. Let's see what we got. With Mario. Oh, really? Seriously? That's cool. I would like to. I want to play both, but the GoldenEye one is the one I know about. That sounds fun, though. Yeah, Perfect Dark is a great game, and holy shit, some of those, like playing on the hardest difficulty is a nightmare, and some of those challenges. Are you kidding me? Those like getting the gold star challenge ranks on some of those higher ones are just disgusting. Positively disgusting. He's brutal on GameCube. Yeah, I don't remember the fight too much on GameCube. The strat, I guess, on GameCube obviously would be just locking onto the individual armor pieces. See, if you lock onto the armor pieces, the missiles will help, obviously. But if you run out of missiles, then you have to, yeah, then you're a slave to the charge shots. Probably the magma beam fight, I guess. But yeah, I can see that being tough for sure. When he's invisible, I didn't even look to see if you can lock on when he's invisible. Because if you can't lock on when he's invisible, then that would be awful. So you'd probably have to do like maybe 3 rounds of like the invisible section versus the only 2 that I had to do. So let's see. Totem's surface. Oh wait, maybe that's not it. A tower sits atop their fortress. Collapse the tower. Oh, in Phendrana that in. So a tower in Phendrana. There's a. Ooh, actually, I think I might know which one they're referring to. So there's one. There's a tower in Phendrana. What else we got? We have Wild. We don't have Elder, but we have Wild. We have Life Giver. We don't have question mark. We don't even know about this one. We might have to scan it, actually. Maybe that's what it is. Next time we're in the Chozo Ruins. Okay, sounds good, Sir. Have a good night, my friend. No, it is getting pretty late. I'll probably be wrapping up in a little bit. I usually go for about 4 hours, usually, so we're approaching what my friend Robert refers to as coffin time. Spirits. Tall cave in Phendrana also, at Phendrana's edge. The unseen entrance, so invisibility probably. Alright, so I think I need to head up the what's it called? You know, what's it called? The overworld. Excuse me, the Talent 4 overworld. Go back to the main station and see if I can scan a bunch of the totems again, because I think there might have been a few totems I just didn't scan because there's some question mark ones that I would appreciate some additional intel on. So, where are we right now? We are right here. And down here is Phazon Mines. Over here is Phendrana. We know of several Phendrana things that we need. Talent Overworld is pretty close by as well. Ew. I'm gonna say let's go that way.
gonna say let's go this way. Let's get the deets on the artifacts that we still need. And maybe, just maybe, if things go well, maybe tomorrow we can do the final... We can get the last artifacts, we can do the final battles, boss battles, and then beat this thing tomorrow. How's that sound? No guarantees that's how it's gonna go, but I'm feeling mostly confident that we'll be able to do that shit. Barring any surprises. So I don't think it would take terribly long. I would say, yeah, another 4 hours and we should be in pretty good shape. Whoa! Almost fell through the lava. Or beat it now, yeah. You know I would. You know I would if I could. Enter Demon, just stay up hella late and play video games. Sounds fucking wonderful, but sadly, being a worker drone, being a slave to my employer. I mean, they pay me money, obviously, so it's not doing it for free, obviously. But being an employed lad means I have to pretend I'm responsible and go to sleep at a somewhat responsible time. A lot of asterisks when I say the word responsible. It's implied asterisks. Whoa! Can't freeze them both in one shot. You gotta do 2 separate shots for that shit. Responsible adult? What kind of shit is that, man? At one point, Gabi was like, Alex, you need to do more 24-hour marathons. It's like, dude, if I didn't have work responsibilities, you know I would. I love doing that shit. And just streaming in general, it's like, oh, if not for other responsibilities, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's a fun little drop just there. Alright, so this is a story of a girl. There it is. Just do a bad job at work tomorrow. They don't have to know, Alex. I could just be like, oh yeah, sorry guys, I'm just going through emails. I'm really swamped. I'll answer emails in a little bit. Oh, look how glowy we are. We're like all glowy. Samus is wearing a full body condom, confirmed. Yeah, I could cheese it. I could be like, yeah, sorry you guys. Yeah, I've just got so many emails. You know, I've been gone for a week, so you know, I'm just still getting caught up. You guys, I mean, the honest truth is, I'm not like of a important enough, nor do I want to be of an important enough stature through my employer, where like I get like hundreds of emails a day or anything. I would say over the course of me being gone for a week and not checking email, I probably had like, I don't know, like 100, 150, maybe 100, like 30, 120, 130, 150 max emails waiting for me. And that's over 5+ days, you know, obviously 5 business days. Plus any renegade emails because sometimes like there might be renegade emails that make it out on like a Friday evening after I've logged off already. Like if I log off at 4:30, there might be some emails that me at 5 on a Friday evening. And sometimes there's automated emails that go out on Sundays or Saturdays, you know, like newsletter emails, those kinds of things. And that's the thing too. A lot, like 80%, oh man, maybe even 90% of the emails that I get are automated emails for JIRA tickets that I'm assigned to, or maybe I'm not even assigned to. I'm just like, they're on my periphery, like I'm a, you know, an interested party for the ticket, but it's not assigned to me. But I get automated emails whenever there's any update to it, or any of the other kind of applications we use, like the web tools we use for managing the sprints, that kind of stuff. Since I'm the Scrum Master, I'm tied to all those. So yeah, I get so many emails that I can just about entirely ignore. Maybe like give a very, very brief look-see and very quickly determine it's, you know, not relevant to me right now. So yeah, the 150 I mentioned earlier, even then it's really like actually relevant emails. There was like 20, maybe 20 relevant emails, so it wasn't too bad. I picked a pretty good week to go to for the Extra Life Marathon to happen, obviously. A pretty good week to go on PTO because I didn't miss much. Not too much excitement. Although it's kind of fun taking PTO when there is a lot of excitement. Then, you know, you've missed the stressful time, so it's like maybe it's better that way, honestly. As a little jiggle, that's right, yeah, as a small internet gigolo. Just make you think you're doing it. That's right, that's the pro strat. It's the it's Office Space all over again. You know, it's like after he has his spiritual awakening of sorts, he I can't remember the main character's name, but yeah, he just kind of like, it's like all he has to do is just make sure everyone likes him, and yeah, everything just kind of falls into place. Just make sure that people like him enough, or they won't give him enough scrutiny.
So let's check these chorizo statues, the chozo totems, to get more intel on the artifacts that we seek. So we can insert a few of them at least. Yeah, there's spam, yeah. Yeah, it's it's not spam, but they're emails that I can safely ignore a lot of the time, yeah. I love how we have this weird, it's cool, but it's like this, like in cutscenes, just this effect around Samus. It's like a, I called it a full body condom earlier. It's this like sheen over us, this kind of like not gloss, but this like layer of protection. Maybe it's the Phazon immunity around us or something, but it's interesting. Yeah, so I didn't scan all these, obviously. Artifact entry. Story-based RPGs for a bit. Let's play some Doom games. Nice, man. Dude, McMagic, I'm kind of like you. I get not so much burnt out on certain styles of games, but I like to bounce around a lot, where it's like I play a story-based game. It's like, all right, now I need an action game to like cleanse the palate. And then it's like, all right, now I need a more narrative thing, or I need a more multiplayer thing. Like if I play one style of game for too long, I need to switch it up for sure. It's a radioactive aura. That's right. Anything that gets into contact with that aura will catch on fire instantly. The depths in something. Hold on. Oh, probably in the Phazon mines. Through a tunnel of the Great Poison. Very good. Timberborn. I remember you posting about it in, I think, the Discord server Elgaso, and yeah, I saw it and I was like, I'm keeping an eye out on it. I'm curious. I gave it the eyes emoji treatment. Research within the mines. Oh, the mines, not Phendrana, but the mines, because Phendrana is research center. Corrupted invader is trapped. Ooh, interesting. A corrupted invader. Oh, meaning a corrupted. Oh, I see what they mean. A corrupted space pirate. I was like, wait, who's invading the space pirates? No, they mean like invading the Chozo areas. Restored power to the Chozo totem. I'll scan all these too. A molten lake within Magmore. Shatter the column at the lake's center. Very nice. I'll do exactly that. Dragon Age Origins, it's good, but it's a long game. Yeah, it's a long heckin' game. So yeah, if you're taking a break from that to play other stuff, fully warranted. Just don't do what I do and forget what you were doing, and then realize when you go to pick it back up, like, oh shit, I forgot what the game is, or what the story is. I guess I'll restart the whole thing, because that's what I would do back in the day, and it was frustrating. Because there were some games I just never got around to beating, because I kept forgetting where I was at. The narrative games are tough in that sense. Alright, Artifact of Strength. Right, we know about that one. Got that guy. Scanning all these, but there's... Really, we're mainly looking for the red lights that don't have an entry yet. But I think we just got all of them. Let's double check. Not that button. This button. Double check our work. You can even see in the screen, it almost looks like a rendering thing with like the emulator, like maybe a visual bug. I like it though. It's an interesting effect. I like it, but it's in this screen it's a little bit weird. But in the actual cutscenes and whatnot, it's all right. All right, so none are question marks. Good. So we got everything scanned up. Logbook is 94%. Acquired items 79. Let's think about this. We'll be scanning the logbook for Meta Ridley and the final boss, and maybe one more enemy type. So we'll probably get most of the logbook. It wouldn't surprise me if we might have missed one thing somewhere. Maybe on like that on the space station. As if you miss something on the space station, you might not get another chance to scan it again. Since so much of that area becomes unreachable after it crashes on the planet on Talon 4. But we'll probably get most of them though for sure. But yeah, like I said, this is not a 100% playthrough. I'm not going to get all the missiles. We got all the energy tanks, which is the main one. That's what I'm happiest about. Yeah, I'm not like hard set on requiring all the other stuff though. Also, it just occurred to me, Talon 4, and this is like a Chozo overworld, and Chozo are like bird people. So Talon 4, could there be multiple Talons maybe? Multiple Talon planets? Or maybe it's just a like it's a foothold for the Chozo, almost said Chorizo, for the Chozo. So that's why it's Talon 4. Maybe their first 2 Talons are on their person, and there's a 3rd Talon that's also helpful in some way. I don't know. I'm like wondering what the what the significance of the name is, if there is any significance. Maybe they just thought it sounded cool. Yeah, Meta Ripley. That's right. Meta Ripley's, believe it or not. Or Ripley's hot potato chips. Or whatever they are. Might forget and restart. Yeah, that's what would happen to me back in the day. Starting it back up wouldn't be too bad, though. It's your favorite. Yeah, so that's understandable. So it wouldn't be that big of an issue, necessarily. And you can see, if you look closely, there's her, like, sheen around herself. I like it, but it's a little bit weird. It's weird, but in a good way, obviously. Look at that. We have full missiles, full power bombs, full health, obviously, so we are in good shape.